Hello everyone! This is a test of the microphone. You can hear me. Hit the like button on the screen. Hit 1. I do love listening to that cadence, so you hit that 1 right now. Yes, I know the mic is low, but I need the mic works first before it does the music. Let's adjust that slightly. How's that sound? A little better balance? I hope so. I hope I got it right. Now, if you can hear me type, hit the 1 in the chat, or hit that like button right now. Sorry, hit that 1 button or type like. And I'm kidding. Excellent. Good. Everyone can hear me. Oh, I do love the reactions. But let's not waste too much time. We have far too little to talk about and a lot of time to do it in. Wait, no. Strike that. Reverse it. Also, let me know if you notice anything different about the stream layout. Decided to relocate our stream to a very different location. Ah, yes. Let me adjust this real quick. I hope you don't notice anything too weird about where we are in the world right now. Obviously, there's nothing to worry about. You don't have to adjust your screen. There's nothing to be afraid of. And this will not be our final guest list. There's a few other people who might show up at some point in time. Also, I noticed some complaints about the chat layout last time, so I've adjusted it. So, and by the way, don't worry. He can't see you from here, but he might. Welcome everyone to another one of these wonderful little streams. I'm gonna hop back into voice chat and see if they're still talking.
Yeah, you should be able
By the
to
way,
see
you
him
guys
on
are
this.
live now. Whatever you were just saying right
Hey.
now, it was all live and everyone heard it.
Oh no.
I
Not gonna get
know.
invited.
Oh no, the horror!
Now everyone knows your secrets that you keep secret from the rest of the world.
Now all of China knows that you're here.
I mean, I don't know if China cares too much, but
True, yeah.
there you go. All right, so mind introducing yourselves to those who don't know you?
Yeah, I'm Ryan at Nothing But Media. Where at the moment I'm talking about old TV shows. And eventually I'll get onto something else, but you know, I am a part-time YouTuber, so that's my excuse.
There you go. Load the music a little bit more. I think it was a little too high. And Noah, does anyone know who you are?
Hello, I'm Otterly Noah. I'm a YouTuber as well. I do a lot of videos talking about media as well. Just did a video about the Mario Galaxy movie and my thoughts on that. And I'm working on 2 bigger videos.
What'd you think
what's
of
that?
What'd you think of Mario Galaxy, by the way, Noah?
I didn't really like it, but that's just my personal take on it.
I feel like that's the common take. I thought it was all right, but I wasn't a particular fan of the first one anyway. I thought they're all like moderately the same quality, which is to say, they were like movies I don't regret watching, but I have not a strong memory. Noah's audio could be lower. Okay, I'm seeing people chat, so you're too loud. But I don't know about that.
Oh,
We'll
my
see.
bad. I'm sorry.
Nah,
I didn't realize that.
I'm not sure if they're trolling or not. That's the thing. Sometimes people like troll, like, "Oh yeah, you're a little low. You're a little loud. Lower the volume down to 0."
Oh, true. Yeah, no, I it's interesting because I actually liked it less than the first Mario movie, but you know, that's just me. But yeah, I did a video on that. I'm working on a video about, or 2 bigger videos about Jello Apocalypse and Rev Says Desu, so stay tuned for those.
And I'll be in one of those at the very least, though not the one
You
expect,
will.
probably. And we have another guest. Mind introducing yourselves to the live audience right now?
What?
Yes, you're live now. We're live.
Oh my god!
Yeah, come on in. Tell us all about yourself. Tell chat who you are so everyone knows who you are in this whole conversation.
Hi, I'm Jordan. I am a co-host from the podcast Shonen Flop. We are currently on hiatus, but that's where I originate from.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I also I have a degree in oil painting, so I have a background in art criticism, I suppose. Yeah. Hi, chat. How are you, chat?
Oh, we got a super chat. We got a couple super chats coming in right now, actually. Wow.
A
Okay.
Gregory
One
Term
sec.
super chatted $5. First stream. Hope you're doing well.
Thank you.
Found you from your review of Shad's book. Wow, I can't believe I used to like that guy. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's a reoccurring thing I've noticed with Shad. A lot of X-fans tend
A
to
Tall
congregate
King
together.
Movie Bubbles B6N super chatted $4.99. Are you going to see the last TADC episode on the big screen? It's crazy to think that this is happening.
Yeah, I have a lot of thoughts on that. Have you guys been keep track of that controversy with the Amazing Digital Circus?
No.
No, I know it's the last one's coming to theaters though because of Fathom events. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of people who are very upset that it's being brought to theaters. And at first, I didn't understand why exactly, but as people explain to me, I think I get an idea now. To an extent. I don't agree with it, but I at least understand their concerns. A lot of people are worried that the last episode will get spoiled to them if they don't see it in theaters first. And so because it's so available online, a lot of people going like, well, I watch this for free when it debuts. Why do I have to pay money to see the last episode? But I'm also used to Star Wars doing stuff like that, where like the first episode gets released and what have you. But I think they're addressing the concern there. But they still gotta make money, you know? I mean, the theatrical window gives them a chance to recoup some of the costs that YouTube just can't, recapture or recoup on its own.
Yeah, 100%. Like I saw, at my local theater, like most of the showings are already sold out.
Oh, completely. Oh, yeah, we got the super chat.
A Jonathan Frostathan super chatted $4.99. Random, but my niece is getting invested in Sonic characters.
Good.
JSYK, she knows about Shadow, but doesn't know who Maria is.
Oh, well, don't worry. She'll learn who Maria is soon enough. Maria!
Oh,
Maria.
for what Ed is saying on in there, yeah, I did cover that on my stream. I am so pissed about the Aang the Last Airbender leak, honestly.
God, yeah, no, that's horrendous. Have you all heard about this one?
No.
Yeah, I heard about it.
The entire Avatar: The Last Airbender movie that was coming out in theaters this fall leaked online.
Oh my god.
In HD, high quality, the whole movie. And it's not like a fake, it's the entire film. And it's horrible.
No.
The movie's good. I haven't seen the movie. The leak is horrible. The movie's fine.
Oh, yeah.
I hear the movie's good. I'm not saying the movie's bad. I hear the movie's excellent.
It turns out they brought in M. Night to just give his opinions on how it should go.
The
movie.
But I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
I want to pay money to see it. Like something like that.
Exactly.
That deserves my cash.
The one thing about that story that didn't quite add up for me was how it got leaked. Apparently, somebody in the studio accidentally emailed it to a journalist.
Yeah, how the hell do you do that?
I don't buy that.
No, it's bullshit. It has to be back.
I bet what happened was he was like, "Hey, here's a Google Docs folder," not realizing that he gave him full access to everything in the folder.
Well, that would be more likely, but if that was the case, then they would know exactly who they leaked it to.
Yeah, that's the thing. They would know exactly who would release it. I think it's a hack.
Yeah. I feel so bad for the people that... Oh, hey, Phineas.
Phineas.
Hey, guys.
So, Phineas, you put this Avatar: The Last Airbender leak?
I was listening to the stream and I heard about this. You know that the film's actually not even going to hit theaters, right?
They changed. They reversed course.
Yeah.
It was going to be on streaming, and then they reversed course. I thought.
Well, no, they don't. They didn't ever reverse course properly. They decided to move it from theaters to streaming, because I guess they're not confident in Avatar: The Last Airbender. Crazy thing to exist in a world where you're not confident in a property that you'll happily let Netflix make a live action show out of. genius thinking, honestly, for everyone involved.
Oh, wait,
That-
got-
A
It makes-
tall
that
green
makes-
movie bubbles
yeah.
A6N super chatted $4.99. I guarantee it's going to outsold the Blair Witch Project as the highest grossing indie movie. Just watch and see.
and this is in terms of what movie? I think is Blair Witch even anymore the highest grossing indie film? I thought Paranormal Activity beat it, but I'm not sure. I'm not positive in that.
Paranormal Activity was an indie movie?
I think originally it was because I think
Yeah, it was.
yeah, because Blumhouse
Huh.
became a studio, like a big name studio after the success of that movie. I think. But it was.
I
I've never
did
seen
want to
any
say.
movie, so
I did want to say in regards to the Avatar thing though, like this, I feel so bad for the studio that worked on it because they did like the animation for Lego Monkey Kid, for
Oh, no, it's
the Rise of the
A
TMNT
tall
movie.
king movie bubbles
clarification.
Like,
B6N
they're-
super chatted $1.99.
Oh.
The TADC one.
I don't think it's going to outgross Blair Witch Project. That's a Blair Witch was a wholly unique experience.
Yeah.
Especially if you count for inflation, which really changes the numbers a lot. But Blair
people thought
Witch
that movie was like real.
Yeah, oh yeah, exactly. Everyone thought that was completely real. That's the crazy part. It was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
Two-
like, I don't know. That whole thing is a very different circumstance. I feel like.
Two
People
things.
thought Paranormal Activity was real too. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
Hot
Oh
take,
yeah,
though,
no.
I
Exactly.
don't think Blair Witch is a very good movie.
You're not alone in that camp.
Yeah.
I always thought it was overrated. But I also get why it was overrated. Like, it makes sense. It was a huge deal when it came out. Like, that was a big, big deal. But also, it's like, well, it's... I don't know. It's a little,
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
we
it
got
has
a
to
big
be-
super chat coming in. 1 second. Oh, we got a big one.
Sorry, go ahead. Oh.
No, it's a big
And
super chat.
David
Real quick.
Leonard 272 super chatted $20.
Thanks so much.
Apologies for going back to an older topic, but I'm just curious if you heard Shad is shilling Mormonism?
Yes.
It's really gosh
What?
damn crazy. I am now curious where he's going next on his journey of self-destruction.
Oh, I feel like it's all downhill from here. Oh, hey, what's up, Kyla?
Kyla T super
Kyla.
chatted
I think
$4.99.
I think Shad's been a
High
Mormon for a
fellas.
while though.
Hope y'all have a fun time grilling up Quarter Pounder.
We're gonna have a fun time grilling up some quarter pounder with cheese for sure. But I do
Yeah,
have
no-
to say we have another topic I want to discuss as well alongside everything. Alongside the quarter pounder servings. Hence why I changed the thumbnail, because it turns out seconds before this stream started, a trailer dropped for a movie. A movie that I am going to say is one of my biggest hyped up movies of the year. Like, yeah, Dune Part 3, that for me is my big one. A Doomsday and Brand New Day, all good, excited for those. But Godzilla Minus Zero, the sequel to Godzilla Minus One, that looks exciting. And the trailer for it just dropped online a few minutes ago.
I'm
The map's getting very confusing.
Have fun with your giant lizard men, guys.
All right, no problem. Let's,
See ya.
okay. I want to
I just
react.
got,
Sorry.
yeah. I just heard the Avatar thing. I was like, oh, Avatar, yes.
I can't blame it. Avatar's a big deal. I'm excited to talk about
It's
Avatar.
a very big deal. All right, y'all are
Yeah,
off the mic.
I just
All
feel
right,
bad
everyone.
for Flying Bark Studios because they worked really hard on that movie, and like like I was saying, they've done great 2D animation for other things. So like, it would have been great to see that in theaters, and like Paramount would have made money off of that because
Yeah.
there's
Well,
an established audience for it.
Well,
I
Paramount
do have
also-
a theory about that now.
Go for it.
I think it was leaked. I think they leaked it on purpose to get in front of the promotional criticism because the last film was so badly regarded. I think they may have leaked it on purpose.
Well, it's animated. It's
I
not
think-
live
You think
action.
so?
No, I know that, but I'm thinking if people are downloading it for free, they're probably going to go see it in the cinema anyway.
Well, I think back to another huge leak.
I don't know.
If people forget about you remember how back I think in 2009, 2008 there was the X-Men Origins Wolverine leak with a whole
Oh,
movie
God,
leaked online?
yes!
Yeah, remember that?
A tall
And it was-
king
and it was
bubbles
really,
B6N
like, without
super
any of the
chatted
special
$4.99.
effects.
All incomplete. Oh, you got to check.
Old news, but I think Star
Yeah.
Giant did a review of the TADC pilot. Betcha he gets it wrong?
All right, chat. If we hit gold on it, I'll watch Star Giant's review of the Amazing Digital Circus. I don't know, maybe.
Well,
Who knows?
in Avatar's case, it's worse because this is all done. Like everything is fully rendered, fully animated. It's all there. That's why this is even worse than the X-Men Origins League.
Yeah, but that was also like the whole film, and there was some effects that were incomplete. But it was like, but even with that one, honestly, I kind of like the incomplete version of X-Men Origins Wolverine a little bit more than the completed version.
I mean, fair. Honestly, fair.
I kind of like how it was like you could see the behind the curtains a little bit with how he did things.
Also, that was a hero that leaked that because he saved so many people. But then saying that, I also went to see it in the cinema. But
It
you
ended up
go.
becoming one of the it ended up becoming one of the highest grossing X-Men films of all time, though. I'm pretty sure. That one.
It did still make a ton of money, yeah.
Yeah, let me
now
see.
I am interested to see. I know Jorge Gutierrez, who created LT Gray for Nickelodeon and also directed The Book of Life for Fox. He's like, a veteran in the animation industry. I saw him comment on this, and he was like, "I hope the leak causes Paramount to actually release this in theaters." I'm like, well, if there's one silver lining that comes out of this, then yeah, I guess.
I would hope that's the case because I feel like I feel like they owe it to everyone at this point. Yeah. So
Yeah,
X-Men
for
vs.
real.
Wolverine. Oh Jesus Christ! And this is just domestic, by the way. Domestically, it outgrossed First Class,
one.
the original film,
And First
the
Class.
Wolverine. Almost every it outgrossed a lot.
I mean,
Domestically,
adjusted for inflation as well, it outgrossed.
adjusted for inflation, it's up by like Logan and
Yeah.
It's interesting that Deadpool is classified as part of the X-Men franchise.
yeah, but also this means that Deadpool X-Men Origins. Oh, so actually, this doesn't include Deadpool and Wolverine. Actually,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
I think
No,
that would be the one that they include.
Yeah, right. That makes sense.
Wouldn't that be classed as a Disney film, though, technically, now?
Yeah, but so would Once Upon a Deadpool, and actually, so would Dark Phoenix. Not so. No, so would New Mutants. Actually,
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
yeah. So that
And
makes sense.
Logan too, right?
No, Logan would have been before the buyout. I think the buyout started around the time that Dark Phoenix was dropping.
Although, having said that,
Okay.
New Mutants was actually made before the Disney acquisition, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
So maybe, I don't know, maybe that's their crazy system for this.
What
Just as the
about
X-Men
Deadpool
franchise.
and Deadpool 2? When did the buyout happen? I thought that happened.
Well, I know for a fact that Once Upon a
While ago.
Deadpool was released. Oh no, 2018. Never mind, I lied to you. I thought it was like more.
Yeah,
recent.
Disney bought Fox officially in 2019, so like right
Yeah.
before the pandemic, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, and I know that New Mutants was dropped on its head during the pandemic. So
Right. Okay. I was getting confused with when Disney bought Marvel, but yeah, now I remember they had that whole thing where like, Fox owned like X-Men, and so does anybody else remember when they had to retcon it so that Wanda and Pietro were not Magneto's biological children?
in
so
the
they
comics
could
or
never-
the comics or films?
in
'Cause
in the comics they
I
had to
hate that
they had
so
to
much when it
they
happens.
had to be like, no, he's not actually their dad, so we can use them, right, in the Avengers.
Well, it's
Yeah?
funny because they were going to do like the whole synergy of it too. That's the thing that annoys me too. There was so many decisions made during like the heyday of the Infinity Saga with the comics that pissed me off so much. That's one of them. The shelving of the Fantastic Four and the mutants in general was so irritating to me because so many of them got like pushed aside. And don't get me wrong, I think there's some really good Carol Danvers comics out there, but like it feels weird when the Fantastic Four are so pushed aside, but Carol Danvers is like now front and center in every major event when she wasn't previously.
Yeah.
Like it
I
felt
think
like
the-
we were pushing aside the characters people wanted to read as opposed to like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think the worst thing about the success of the films is how it made the comics all of a sudden pivot around what was doing well in the cinema.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
What they
It
wanted
would-
to hype up, yeah.
yeah, they would kill off characters only to bring them back just before a film was released or that sort of business.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I think Carol Danvers has a lot of potential as a character. I love how, in after it was House of M, I think it was. You see how Carol sees a version of herself that could have been like a Wonder Woman tier hero, and she inspires herself to be better. I love that kind of element.
At S-Han especially 04181 super chatted $10.
No, but
Shad is a Mormon,
right, though,
but he
like,
hasn't been shilling for them until now.
Carol Danvers
true.
was absolutely like a B or C tier hero at best before.
Oh yeah, no, that was kind of
Barney
her point for a
Medward
while.
super chatted
A couple of
$4.99. I wish the backseater the best of luck in all his future career prospects.
Jesus
oh
Christ.
wait, he doesn't have any.
We'll let that guy ferment on his own.
At Stingertopia
Oh, no.
3169 super chatted $5. Not going to lie, the Disney acquisition and all the stuff that came with it is directly why for a long time I thought the X-Men were not in Marvel.
Yeah, they really screwed up on that one. I feel they really messed up a lot of what people will love about those characters. Anyway, before we get too sidetracked, let's talk a little bit about CinemaCon, starting with Godzilla, and then we'll move on from other topics from there, and then we'll hit Quarter Pounder with cheese after that. But let's start with this little... Can everyone see my screen right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yep.
Let's start a second with this. Now, some of you guys have probably seen this trailer already. I am seeing it for the first time. I think most of us are seeing it too. I'm going to pause supers for now until we are done with the trailer, so we don't get interrupted. And without well, English, let's take a look at this. Right here.
If their operation fails, maybe we'll finally get to use it.
Okay.
Abort third drop. Repeat. Abort third drop.
Oh. Interesting. Yeah.
He's just going in for a hug.
He's going in for a hug from behind.
He's just going in to give her a hug.
So looking at this,
He better hope.
Oh, sorry.
You better hope the Ghostbusters aren't in there because she'll batter him if they are.
Challenge him with.
It looks like.
Hmm?
It looks like he's doing like in Titanic, like when like the "I'm on top of the world" thing.
Oh
with,
yeah.
the
Go
Statue of
behind.
Liberty. Yeah.
On the mast of the Titanic. I love that. I love that. Yeah, so first off, I'm really hyped for this already. It looks incredibly cool. I can't wait to see this movie. But I gotta say right now, there's a couple things that have me interested. I'm really interested. Side effect, he's gonna go to aside from the fact he's gonna go to New York at some point. This right here, I'm confused by. Like, what is this? We have like all this floating stuff in the air. We have the same characters in the first movie, but like with obviously he's transformed. He's bigger. He's more frightening. But like, he is just kind of, we have all this stuff levitating right here. Like, is it some anti-gravity thing going on here? Is it another monster? I don't know. I'm very intrigued by that. I guess
Hard to tell exactly what it is as well because it looks like it could be little houses or parts of a building, but there's no color in them at all.
No, it looks like they are little gray houses or like debris floating. I think I see some windows here, but it's like Godzilla isn't really known for having things float in the sky. He doesn't really have anti-gravity stuff all that much, and it's levitating. It's not blown away. It's like floating there.
Yeah.
So
what was that about aborting third impact?
Yeah, no. So if you notice closely, there's people turning into Tang inside here too. They're all being hugged and turning away.
LCL.
Yeah.
Godzilla's like, I'm so fucked up. Like, yeah.
People in chat have mentioned this too. Ghidorah does have gravity beams, so it could, in theory, be a Ghidorah situation. I thought, based purely on the way the last movie ended, where the girl, with the love interest, survived being blown up by Godzilla, basically. that they might do some like Biolante kind of thing, but it looks like my aspirations for more Biolante in Godzilla are dashed. I love Biolante. It's such a great like kaiju.
I think they should bring back Baby Godzilla.
Yeah. That might be what they do in Supernova, I feel like. But yeah, so Big G's gonna probably I'm excited. They don't tell us too much here. This right here though is the money shot clearly. Godzilla in America. Godzilla takes Manhattan.
I mean,
I'm looking forward to seeing this.
In some ways, I hope they don't bring any other kaijus into it, because I think the thing that always sort of new Godzilla stumbles around is that everybody knows this great back catalogue of characters of other kaiju that he fights, and so everybody's waiting for one of them to be in it. And
I'm hoping. I think that might be the case too. But like, I kind of hope there is at least one of the kaiju, because I do love some of Godzilla's supporting cast. But even then, we have Godzilla Supernova. We got Supernova coming out shortly after, so it's like almost not worth worrying.
That's the other
about.
thing, though. On the other hand, I'd really like to see other kaiju come into it, so I'm torn on the.
Yeah, it's a mix, right? Like you're kind of on both ends on that one. Like I feel like I'm kind of torn as well. I'm going to. Oh, and there's a DC panel apparently later too. A Warner Brothers panel later today too. That's going to be interesting. So we'll have some updates for that very soon on that front. I'm going to let some Super Chats play real quick. We might get some DC news today, which would be nice. This is some Super Chats. Sorry, English. I can speak it. I can speak English.
At WC Wit Super Chatted $1.99. My theory: the USA invented the oxygen destroyer.
I would like that. That'd be fun. That'd be interesting to see America push ahead in that way, because it would terrifying.
At David Leonard 272 Super Chatted $2. Quickly, someone get some fish.
Yeah, that's a lot of fish. That's a lot of fish.
At Nick Wolf 3885 Super Chatted $2. Big G gonna spoon Lady Liberty.
Yeah, from behind. From behind.
He's gonna do a stealth
At
kill
Manic
on her.
Creature 1566 Super Chatted $2.65. Godzilla swam under America and got to New York.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not sure how that worked out. Unless you went across like the entire continent.
At Eshan especially 04181 Super Chatted $2. Are the flying building from New York or Tokyo?
I want to say Tokyo. Those look like the Japanese buildings, but from the Arab, I'm not sure.
At the Wyverner Super Chatted $2. Zilla is gonna pop in to protect the statue.
Yeah, from another kaiju. There we go. Oh, I wave.
At Olivia _Williams _purple _fairy Super Chatted $2. That never happened before Godzilla in New York.
Yeah, they've never been in. Well, there was one time. There's a lot of fish involved too.
At Nick Wolf
No.
3885 Super Chatted
That was
$2.
canonically a
Big G and
different
NY.
kaiju.
Second coming of Matthew Broderick.
If Matthew Broderick shows up in this movie, I will be very amused. I'm not gonna lie.
At Super Chatted $5. How the heck did Godzilla get from Japan to the east coast of the U.S.? Did he wade through
You'll have to watch the movie to find out.
I think he made the Panama Canal. I feel like Godzilla can just make that now. He's at that point. But yeah, no, it's exciting stuff. And there's been a lot of announcements from CinemaCon. Have you guys kept track of the CinemaCon announcements by chance?
I haven't, no, so I'm eagerly anticipating the best ones.
Okay, so let's...
I've only seen... Oh, they showed some Spider-Verse stuff there, didn't they?
They did. They showed the footage of Spider-Verse, and they showed some stuff about Spider-Verse as well. Ooh, hang on. Let's
At Jonathan Frostathan Super Chatted $4.99. Picture, if you will, Godzilla and Kong going for one last battle, and when they're both on their last legs and it's Mothra with a steel chair.
That's kind of what happened with the last movie. I mean, well, with New Empire.
At Racer45 Super Chatted $2. Zilla better watch out.
Yeah.
That's King Kong's turf.
Yeah, seriously. Okay, I'm going to go on IGN right here to find some answers. I was going to play a video of it, but I feel like that might take too long for too little information.
At Stingertopia 3169 Super Chatted $2. Drake's Passage probably. Southern tip of SA.
That could work. That makes sense too.
Well, I was going to say that maybe Godzilla's protecting the Statue of Liberty from that prick from Cloverfield.
Honestly, I would love that. It wouldn't happen, but I kind of would love that. All right, I'm going to mute Super Chats I'm going to pause Supers for a second to get through some of this information. So, Sony Pictures had a few announcements. A few of them are really interesting, and a few of them I'm less interested in. The one that everyone is talking about is Spider-Man, so let's start with that one. Spider-Man Brand New Day, there's a clip that was shown involving Peter listening to Ned placing an order at a coffee shop, and it's not much happens. You know, it's very much like a party scene clip, so nothing too serious. We got a couple new posters for the movie, including this one where Spider-Man is being pursued by the Hand, which again is interesting that Spider-Man's fighting the Hand at all.
That's
We've fought him before in the comics. I'm looking forward to seeing how they do it here.
Exactly, and this poster right here I really love too. I love they're continuing the something reflecting off Spider-Man's eye kind of thing. I love that aesthetic. I mean, the Hand
reminds me a lot of like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, like
the Spider-Man 2 one, right?
Yeah, it's a very Raimi Spider-Man shot there.
Yeah, let me get that poster because I know exactly what you're talking about. This one especially, I think, is a perfect,
like the Dr. Octopus like tentacle thing in his eye.
This right here, right? Oh, it loads. Everything's lagging on my end, so sorry about that. Like right here, that look.
Yeah, the orange.
Oh, it's so perfect. And I love. This is amazing. You know, this is my favorite posters for Spider-Man. It's such a perfect little,
good,
so good, so solid, iconic. And I like how they're doing something so distinct with color in these posters as well, which I like. I'm hoping the movie is as colorful as the posters are. So they reiterated that No Way Home is its biggest movie ever, and it reminded the world how the first trailer, single most watched trailer, over 1 billion views in less than 1 week. Okay, so this now we went away from that and went to something a little more, I think a little more exciting. That being Spider-Verse. They showed footage from Beyond the Spider-Verse, and it shows a helicopter flying overhead as Miles says there's no Spider-Man here. We see the end of Across the Spider-Verse with him knocked out by himself / the Prowler. He wakes up in exchange. I won't spoil what's there exactly, but we have a few images that came from the new Spider-Verse movie. Here's one. I love how
one
this
of those
looks.
I'm very interested in seeing.
I think this is going to show it's very emotional, I think. I just love this. Gonna save your dad. Something about that is so goofy. I love that. And this is just
that I was really interested in seeing because that's young, Uncle Aaron Prowler and his dad, which is so interesting.
Yeah.
So I wonder if there's going to be like a flashback or time travel or something.
Maybe. I think that might be I think it might be what they end up doing, something like that. Yeah, it's just a lot of really cool, really like distinct visuals. I'm excited. Again, there's some confrontations with Miles and himself. It's exciting. I am really eager to see this one. Now
the Zelda movie and Batman Part 2 are probably my most hyped films of next year.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. I'm very hyped for that.
Bloodborne's getting.
Oh yeah. So this one that's really interesting.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah. So Bloodborne. It's not just that they're
I didn't hear about
making
this.
It's who's producing it. Bloodborne is getting an R-rated animated film, but the thing that's so interesting is who's producing it.
I see the name. Holy shit!
Jacksepticeye is producing.
He was like
Bloodborne.
He was like, "Hold on, Markiplier."
It's like, hold my beer.
Hold the fuck on.
I'll show you top of the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, exactly.
That is so interesting. I didn't know this was a thing. Wow.
Oh yeah, it was
That's
just
really
announced
cool.
last night. I saw people talk about it. I'm like, is this real? What is this? And I looked up. Yeah, sure enough, it's real. Now, I know people are not sure how to react to this one. We know very little at this point in time. Do I think Jacksepticeye will push to keep it as faithful to the games as possible? Yes. Will Jacksepticeye maybe ask Markiplier for help or assistance or guidance? Who knows? Be cool if he does, but I can see it being a totally independent project. And he's not directing or writing it, he's just producing it. So it really depends on who's working on it. But it is Sony Animation, who worked on Spider-Verse, who worked on K-pop Demon Hunter. It would definitely be their first adult animated project. And
Yeah, the first R-rated one. That's
Yeah.
interesting. Or well, technically, Fixed is their first actually for R-rated.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because that was Sony Animation.
Okay, that works. I'm curious though. I feel like it could be really good or really messy, and I don't know what I think yet. I feel like with Bloodborne, it is such a distinctly unique kind of film and game. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I'm excited.
Do we know who's directing it?
No other news. Just Jacksepticeye is producing it. We have no other information. No idea who's writing it, who's working on it. Just Sony Animation and Septiceye is producing it, but nothing else yet. As of now, we have no other information.
Okay.
So that's very minimal information. I am cautiously optimistic, but I know nothing yet. Jumanji 4, they're going to have do a Tron Ares and have it cross over with the real world. Okay, that's fine. Here's what I'm also...
Yeah, I think those...
Sorry.
I think the previous two were fun films.
Yeah, they're fun. I enjoy them. They're fun. I think nothing beats the original. I think that's like a really great kids family film. But I really like what they've done with Jumanji so far. They're a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think they're perfect sort of Sunday afternoon films.
100%. 100%. Oh, and they got Danny DeVito back. So already I'm more
awesome.
interested. Yeah, I love Danny DeVito. He's great.
Same.
Okay, so here's
My favorite role of him is the Penguin in Batman Returns. That's still my favorite role of him.
I do love that, but I'd be lying if I said my favorite of his role is in freaking Frank from Always Sunny.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty damn good too.
Yeah, they're up there.
Pretty iconic.
They're very close for me. And of course, I always love, because I'm a child of the 90s, I always love Twins, which was on TV constantly. That movie
I love Twins.
It's a great. It's so funny. I imagine it's one of those films that like people under the age of like 25 probably have never heard of, but like it's such a funny. It's such a classic.
First rule in a crisis.
God, this movie's so fucking great. Anyway, but that's funny too. Right, but next one I want to talk about here, Resident Evil. Zach Kreger's Resident Evil.
Oh yeah, the new one coming out this year.
Yeah, it's already finished filming. They showed, I think, a trailer, I believe, or a clip, and it's very, very, very violent, very brutal, very intense. Apparently, the film is tight, and it is canon to the games. It takes place during the Raccoon City event from a different perspective.
Oh, interesting.
Apparently, it is
okay. Because I was under the impression it wouldn't be canon.
Apparently, it's just like. So here's the thing. So it will feature the pacing and atmosphere from the games. It's apparently a very tightly written, very fast-paced movie. As far as I understand it, it does take place during Resident Evil 2 and 3, roughly. But just Leon just won't show up, or what have you. Or Jill,
no Jill sandwiches.
No Jill. No, that was Resident Evil 1. No, I was gonna say Jill sandwiches too, but Jill's in 3. So there we go. No Claire.
Oh, true. Yeah.
So this is not in the Mila Jovoverse.
No.
Definitely not. No.
Apparently, there's a giant guy who resembles the Baron Harkonnen from Dune in a dark tunnel, and there's shots of characters running around. There's a lot of. It's a very, very, very like fast-paced, intense movie, apparently, and violent, which I'm down for.
I mean, you say that to me in the context of Resident Evil, and I am thinking Nemesis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you say, guy.
Oh
looks
yeah.
I
some
am
tyrant
thinking,
of some
is
kind.
that Nemesis or something? Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope that's what they're going for.
I'm sorry, Mr. X. Yeah,
Mr. X. There we go. I would.
Who could he
to see
be?
that. Honestly, if Mr. X in this movie, I'd be down. Or Nemesis. I'd love either of them. But I'm excited. The movie, and again, Zach Kreger is a fantastic horror director. He's done 2 movies, and they're both excellent. I think Weapons I like more than Barbarian, but Barbarian does have scenes that made me like more uneasy than Weapons, if that makes sense. But Weapons was so much funnier. The ending of Weapons is one of the best laugh out loud moments I've had in a theater, like all of last year. It was maybe I'm alone in that one, but my theater was cracking up when that scene happened, where like freaking kids are chasing her around the fucking town, going like Ferris Bueller's Day Off, kind of. That was a funny scene, and it's coming out for Halloween time, so that's gonna be fun. There's also Insidious Out of the Further, a new Insidious film. I don't get why these still exist. I feel like they should have stopped. I don't get why these are coming out still. I think Insidious peaked with 1, and every sequel has been a downgrade ever since.
That sucks when that happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like it's like Highlander, where it's just like, God, why did you?
Yeah,
why did you keep going?
Exactly.
Did that Highlander remake come out? Or
It's
is that still
filming, I believe. I think it's filming.
Okay.
Because people would take a look at Henry Cavill, because Henry Cavill's playing, I think he's playing Connor McLeod or one of the Clan McLeod, which is great.
Dave Bautista's playing the Kurgan.
Oh, Dave Bautista's playing the Kurgan?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, great. Okay, I'm in.
Oh, Dave Bautista is the villain in Aang the Last Airbender, actually.
Oh, he is?
He voices the villain, apparently.
Oh,
yeah, he's in that movie.
I love that.
It's kind of like what's his face? For the Demon Slayer movie, they got Channing Tatum.
That's awesome. I wish they could have gotten JLC for like One Piece. She wanted to do it.
Jamie Lee Curtis? Yeah, they should have.
Yeah, she wanted to be
Kureha,
but
that would have been
there
cool.
was scheduling conflicts. They got what's her name? Patty Segal.
Katie
Segal. Yeah.
Yeah. So they got someone.
It is so crazy to see like how mainstream anime has become now. That you see actual big celebrities jumping in on it like that. It's
I'm just waiting for
interesting.
Michael
It's
B.
so
Jordan to get cast in a Ghibli dub. That's what I'm waiting for. Because he wants to.
100%. He's an actual anime fan.
Yeah. Well, Guy was pissed he missed out on Princess Mononoke in IMAX because of the Sinners promotional stuff.
Oh shit, that's right. That was happening around the same time.
Yeah.
I saw it on IMAX. It was really cool.
Apparently they gave him like a private screening just because he was such a huge fan. Because like he's like,
That's
I want to see
awesome.
an IMAX. Yeah, I get it. I get that though.
Definitely. It's my favorite Ghibli movie, so I understand that a lot.
Mononoke, yeah, I agree with you on that one. For me, Mononoke is like a perfect epic fantasy, but like it tells the story that I think. Okay, here's how I'll phrase it. Having seen Prince Mononoke, Avatar felt lamer by comparison, because it took the same
100%.
idea of man versus nature
I can see that. Yeah.
You get more nuance with Mononoke too, because you can
Vastly
see
more.
both sides easier in that movie.
Vastly more. Yeah, the character. There's no one in that movie except for maybe the monk who's like unlikable. Like everyone is a very likable character, and you get where they're coming from. You understand their perspective. The monk's a little more selfish, but like even then, you still kind of get where he's. You still have a perspective on where he's coming from still, but it's so heartwarming because like you kind of get a sense of this tragedy, but also this sense of everyone is in a better place to some extent than where they started, except for the god, the spirit of the forest, whose head's now been shot the fuck off. But
Exactly.
Beyond that. Okay, so The Social Reckoning is the sequel to The Social Network, a movie that I don't think should have gotten a sequel. But apparently it's looks good, but I don't really.
It's supposed to be about the January 6th stuff, apparently.
Yeah.
And, like the lead up to that.
Which makes sense. I feel it's interesting. And Aaron Sorkin is directing it. Aaron Sorkin, of course, is a beloved writer or widely maligned writer, depending on who you talk to. So I don't know how I feel about this one. It could be really good.
It's a silly title, if you ask me.
It is very silly. But then again, you really can't top The Social Network. That's kind of...
No.
It's kind of hard
Basically a perfect movie, in my opinion. And a really good take.
I think The Social Network I've liked more as time passes. When I first watched it, I didn't love it. I kind of only liked it when it came out. But I think as time goes on, it's one that like sits with you and you kind of like more and more. For me personally, but I'm not sure if that's universal. I know everyone kind of loved it when it came out, but I was kind of like, yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this one. It was very much, yes, exactly. It's very much like a modern day Citizen Kane, I feel like.
It's interesting because it looks like this is the first public reemergence of Bill Burr since like Riyadh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was gonna say he was laying low. I don't know how I feel about that because Bill Burr's comedy is so funny, but also like that was such like if he was just
such a betrayal, you know.
Oh yeah, if he was just honest and said they gave me a boatload of money and I couldn't say no, like that would be one thing. But like all that talking, like that's where you go. God, come on, man, really?
He didn't say anything. He just like basically ran away, as far as I could see. I didn't hear him.
I think he said like he was performing for like the people of Saudi Arabia, but like
right.
Yeah, that's not
he
how.
Tried to
it's
just like
it's like no one bought that. You were performing for the princes who were running the thing. At least it's not as terrible as what WWE did with like hosting WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia, but like I don't know.
At least with WWE, you have absolutely no expectations of Vince McMahon having an ounce of like respect or morals at all. But like I don't know, Bill Burr, it's like you expect a little bit more of Bill Burr.
Yeah, agreed.
Problem, you know.
It is interesting to see that Zuckerberg has been recast now, you know, because he was initially played by Jesse Eisenberg. Right?
Yeah. But Jeremy Strong playing him is that's an interesting choice. That's interesting.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I guess I can see it.
Oh, I see in chat someone mentioned Bill Burr was saying how in Saudi Arabia it's just like America because they have fast food. I'm like, yeah, I remember hearing that. That was
He said some really stupid things.
Yeah, that was like really stupid. Like, come on, Burr, because like he's such a funny comedian, but like you'd think you have more social awareness to like maybe realize that the short-term income is not worth the reputational hit, but what are you gonna do? Okay, there's a couple more I want to bring up here before we move on to some super chats and the next stuff on here. But Legend of Zelda movie is wrapped filming. It's coming out next year. I can't
believe they actually did it. I'm shocked that it actually happened. Like I feel like they've been talking about this on and off as like a rumor for like 20 years.
Yeah, and I think, I know people were worried that Avi Arad was producing it, but like the creative crew involved in this movie is really tight. I feel like they're gonna deliver something really good. And personally, I am excited. I'm cautiously optimistic. I want to wait for a trailer before I say this will be good. But I'm excited. I think it's going to be all right. But that's not the only video game movie that Sony is putting out. The other one's Helldivers. Justin Lin.
Yeah, I don't understand this at all.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. This one sounds interesting. So you have Justin Lin and Jason Momoa for a Helldivers movie. And it's coming out in 2027.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I just don't understand how you can make a film of a game that was sort of based or heavily influenced by Starship Troopers and make it different enough to not be Starship Troopers.
Well, I think like you just kind of make it Starship Troopers because I know this is going to sound like an existential nightmare. Starship Troopers is almost 30 years old.
Yeah, that's true.
And there's never been another film quite like Starship Troopers.
That is true.
I think the only option is to just do Starship Troopers again. And for better or worse, that's the only option, I think. So
maybe just make it more explicit so that people understand the message this time.
Yeah, and probably more violent and gory, probably, with like more action sequences. But like even still, Justin Lin is a good action director. Jason Momoa is enthusiastic. He's been getting every video game movie he can find, I feel like. So I'm excited. I'm curious. And the last couple I want to talk about, there's a few other movies with TriStar Pictures. They have 3 films coming out. Clara and the Sun, The Nightingale, and Grand Gear. And Grand Gear is the one I want to talk about most. We'll get to these other couple first. So Taika Waititi's Clara and the Sun. My spouse really wants to see this one.
Grand Gear sounds like a mecha anime from the 90s.
Well, that's the funny thing about Grand Gear. Why I'm going to save it for last to mention here.
All right.
Nightingale, which is not a remake of the movie Nightingale that came out a couple years ago from the director of The Babadook that I thought was fantastic but disturbing. It's based on a book from Christian Hanna. Just started filming. Dakota and Ellie Fanning are going to be in it. It's in occupied France during World War II. I'm sure it'll be uplifting because it's about World War II. But the last one, Grand Gear, this is up everyone's alley, and you all gotta fucking listen to this one because it sounds fucking awesome. Takashi Yamazaki, the director of Godzilla Minus One and Godzilla Minus Zero, is making an American film produced by J.J. Abrams. And it's about giant robots fighting kaiju.
Okay.
Okay, right? I'm on board.
All right.
I'm on board.
I'm down.
I'm down. I want to see the guy who made Godzilla Minus One do an Evangelion film personally. So we go full circle.
Yeah.
We got Hideaki Anno making Godzilla movies, and we got the Godzilla guys making Evangelion movies. It's all perfect. The world is at peace.
Wait,
Anyway.
I'm reading the description for Buds. Is that Toy Story for plants?
Sounds a lot like it.
Yes. Either that or
it kind of looks like that, actually.
Buds is an upcoming animated feature that explores what happens when plants break their rule of not talking to humans. This is like the most Pixar-coded movie I've seen Sony Animation ever do. I kind of dig it, though.
Or is it a backdoor sequel to The Happening?
It might just be. All right, I'm going to.
It's the happening. It's the happening from another angle, basically, like from the plant's perspective. Yeah.
For the revenge. All right, I'm going to let the supers play real quick. We got a bunch of them, and there's some big ones. So let's take a listen.
At Cartoon 49 super chatted $2. Chance's Spider-Verse will be the LOTR of animation.
Yeah, it could be Lord of the Rings of animation. It's a solid trilogy throughout, so hopefully
At
it's
Eshan especially 04181 super chatted $5. Wait, would Godzilla have to fight Spider-Man or Spider-Noir in New York?
Oh my god.
BLOODBORNE movie. Go Jack.
It would absolutely be
At Nick Wolf 3885 super chatted $5. I'm just picturing Jack going to Markiplier for help, and Mark has gone full Cahiers du Cinema. Mark in sunglasses, beret, and holding a cigarette holder.
Oh my god, yes, please. It'd be hilarious as hell. I would laugh my butt off so much.
At the Wave Runner super chatted $2.
Thanks, Wave.
New canon re-hero Alice Jovovich.
Oh my god. Alice. If Alice showed up, I would laugh my butt off.
At Manic Preacher 1566 super chatted $2.65.
I love it. I love it. I love it made sure it pronounced everything but the A's.
At Olivia _ Williams _ purple _ fairy super chatted $5.01. What do you mean? There's only one Highlander movie.
Well, there can only be one.
Yeah, there can only be one.
Mm-hmm.
At Eustace Giwo super chatted $5. What not the antisocial bubble? The tale of how Zuck blew $88 billion on the metaverse.
Yeah, that'd be a very good story too. I'm not gonna lie. In fact, thank you for being a member for 7 months. Thanks for all the hours of entertainment. Thank you so much for that. And thank you for being a member for 7 months. And if you join, you can also join a Discord and all the good stuff. Here's a big super chat right now. Thank you so
At
much.
Stingertopia 3169 super chatted $50.
That's a massive
What's her
super
opinion on the re-live action movies? Randomly, it was the first part of RE media I ever consumed was the movies. From what I understand it, like a lot of things that got me into my favorite franchises, is considered one of the worst parts.
Well, first off, thank you so much for super chat. I'll answer that after this next super
At
chat. So we have more time
Shadowlands
to talk about it.
8212 super chatted
big donation.
$5. I have a theory based on the movie posters earlier. MJ is getting powers in the movie. Technically, the symbiote is in play and Keeb is starting then.
That could be, but I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think symbiote's going to play a factor until like the end credits of this movie, or maybe Secret Wars. But to answer your question, with the Resident Evil movies, I think the first one is, and we all can talk about this if we want. The first one's solid. I think after that, it gets messy, but I think they're consistently fun. I think they're very consistently fun movies, but they're not particularly brilliant movies, if that makes sense. I feel like. Yeah.
I have not seen one all the way through, but I was traumatized at a young age by seeing the laser scene from
Oh yeah,
Resident Evil 1.
that's a great scene. I'll say that. It's a great sequence.
Oh, it's amazing.
It makes no sense why they have that hallway, why they go one laser at a time, but it's so much fun. It's so much fun.
Just do the lattice thing at the start. Do the laser net. Do the laser net at the start.
Yeah, just
you don't need to
start
do
with that
the
one.
other one.
It's like
Yeah.
If you have it, just do it.
it's such a fun sequence, but also like why do it this way?
Yeah.
But it is so cool though.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think
I went on record when we covered when
Yes.
we did your stream about ranking computer game movies as saying I hate them all. I think they're all awful, but they're incredibly fun to watch with a group of people and
Yes.
to sort of
yeah,
riff on.
I think they're the ultimate like video game movie where it's not the ultimate. They're very good for like a crowd of friends. You're half watching it. You're getting drinks. You're getting snacks. You're getting up using the bathroom. You come back. You miss nothing. Like you might miss like an action scene at most, but that's about it. Oh yeah, this is the other thing.
At
This is the other point
Olivia
too.
_Williams_purple_fairy super chatted $2. The laser scene is stolen from Cube.
Yeah, it's totally stolen from Cube. That's the other thing too.
Oh.
Very underrated film. If you haven't seen Cube, take a look at it. It's Saw before Saw, mixed with some sci-fi horror in it.
Canadian as well, isn't it?
What's up?
Canadian.
Yeah, I believe it is a Canadian film. It's definitely like
Also
low
has
budget.
autism representation in it.
I wouldn't say it's the best autism representation, but it does.
No,
have autism
definitely
representation.
not. But it's there.
Oh yeah, it's very
No, that's
like
the Good Doctor. That's the best autism representation.
it's certainly something. It's certainly something. I think it's interesting though, but it is definitely it's a product of its time, which is to say the mid '90s. But it is better than a lot of autism representation at that time. I feel like, especially in horror, you don't get a lot of good autism representation in horror. I've noticed, but it could be worse. It could be The Predator.
Yeah, that's definitely up there.
That's one of the worst ones. God, you guys ever see The Predator? I mean, Stefan, I know Noah, you've seen it, but like, yeah, either you two ever
Sadly.
seen The Predator?
I have not.
Yeah. It's bad.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
So imagine. Okay, so how do I explain this properly? Autism is the next stage of human evolution, and basically,
Oh no.
the
Oh,
probably
I've
like
heard
human
people joke
engineering.
about this. Yeah.
It's so stupid. I'm only half remembering the specifics because I'm realizing as I'm saying it, I'm like, wait, did I block out the specifics? All I remember is he has the
Well,
helmet.
like the Predator
and-
wants to steal the kid's autism by stealing his spinal fluid.
That's right. He wants to steal his autism.
That's where the autism is stored, in the spinal fluid. We finally know.
Yes. Yes,
Exactly.
clearly.
Exactly.
Whoa.
That's where the autism is. Don't
I
tell.
was so
Yep.
so disappointed by it as well.
Oh,
more
it's
than anything, I think disappointed in Shane Black because I think he's a brilliant
At
writer.
David
You
Deister
work with Predator.
1145
checking
super
me.
chatted $15. What are your thoughts on the cancellation of Starfleet Academy, and was it inevitable or did it fail because fans had enough of Alex Kurtzman?
That's a complicated answer. Unfortunately, I think you cannot ignore the elephant in the room with Starfleet Academy, and that is David Ellis.
Yeah.
David Ellison, I'm sorry. The fact he's took over Paramount, I think, is a big factor as to why. Supposedly, it didn't have a high viewership, but based on the source of that information, I can't guarantee it's accurate. It's also just possible. I think Jesse Gender had a good theory on this all too that I think I buy into. Paramount wants to focus less on streaming shows and more on movies. So I think it's also they're refocusing their shift onto Star Trek and film as opposed to Star
At
Trek on
Manic
TV.
Preacher
Which
1566
sucks,
super
but-
chatted $2.65. Recommend Primer.
Primer, I recommend in a heartbeat. Yeah, that's hard sci-fi. That's really good sci-fi, but it's really out there. Okay, I want to look at Warner Brothers real quick. Then we're going to shift to Quarter Pounder with cheese. Apparently, Warner Brothers had their showcase at CinemaCon just now, so this is all new to me. Go away, AP.
Oh, it's that ugly woman who's playing Supergirl. Wow.
You mean
so gross?
Oh, so
Oh my
terrible. She looks
God.
like a woman.
Terrible.
She looks like a woman.
She looks like an individual human being. Oh my God, that's so awful.
So tragic.
Jesus fucking Christ.
It's so stupid.
People.
I hate that so much. It's such a dumb,
It's so
stupid. Come on, guys, really? Okay, where is the live footage? I think it's. Oh, here we go. So it's happening right now. So is it? So I'm trying to find a good live depiction of it because I actually don't know. Hang on, sorry, I'm just trying to figure out where to look. Here you go, Sony Picture. Maybe it's IGN. Here we go, updating live. So here we go. Warner Brothers is planning 18 films for 2027. Okay.
I just really want them to make God Emperor of Dune.
So much so. So
I just really
much
want them
so.
to-
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to come back to this later. Apparently it's still running. We won't get answers until
the
9.
panel's still going for it?
In fact, it just started a half hour ago.
Ooh.
So
Okay,
we're going to come back
interesting.
to here later and get live updates from Warner Brothers. So, everyone in chat, we're coming back to this later. I want to see what happens. So I'm going to keep this tab open and come back to it at a later time because it's updating live. Until then, though, let's talk about the quartering. A quarter pounder with cheese. Oh, there we are. So, the quartering, let's first talk about something else I want to talk before we get started on everything. Let's look at the obvious here with the quartering. The state of the quarterings channel. The quartering used to get 7 million, 2.2 million, 2 million, 2 million, a lot of million, over a million videos here. He has 10,000 videos and about 4, 8, 12, 16, 22, 23. So about 23 videos are over a million views. That's massive. Then again, out of 10,000, that's not a high ratio.
Wait, who's the most evil woman on Twitch?
That would be.
It could be anyone.
It could be anyone. It's always someone.
It's always some new woman to hate.
It's always someone.
At Shadowlands 8212 super chatted $2. Can we not and say we did?
Well, I think it's a lesson in looking at how the quartering has fallen off. And there's something karmic in it, too. Because it's something that... You ever hear of the panther-eating face party? You know, if you ever vote for the panther-eating...
Leopards eating...
The leopards eating face party, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you vote for the leopards eating... Oh, yeah, you're right. So if you ever vote for the leopard eating face party, you should always expect on some level for the leopards to eat your face. At some point, you're voting for it. And so the quartering has been a lifelong member of the leopards eating face party. And in the process, at long last, the leopards have come to devour his face. Oh, and it's a woman named Invader V. I don't know Invader V.
No clue who that is. No.
Anyone in chat watch Invader V? I don't know her at all. I've never seen it before.
Obviously, 5 years ago, that's...
Yeah, it's probably not a substantial thing there. But again, he's had a lot of videos, but over the last... couple of years. I think his last $1 million video was he pivoted to talking about Trump after the gaming culture wars kind of faded away from him a little bit. And even those are kind of falling off in views. I mean, granted, he's not getting nothing, but the guy has 2 million subs, and he's getting under 50,000 on average. A couple break 100,000. He posts daily. He posts like 3 or 4 videos a day. And some do well, but most don't. And it's like, a few things happened to him recently. For one, his coffee company went under, basically. Not went under, but it was struggling. How much was he in debt for his coffee company? I think it was like $300,000 in debt for the coffee company he started.
Yeah, and how much of that
Really?
is true? How much of that is true is a bit up for speculation because he has this habit of using these sort of sob stories to try and push his customers to buy more of his coffee or his viewers. So basically, he invested in some technology to, I think, bag the coffee or do something with it that was being done outsourced at another site, and he just went out and bought the machines that did it for like 300,000.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That makes more sense.
So
It's always some bullshit. It's always some shit like that. It's always some sleazy nonsense. I hate it. Okay, so that's one thing. The other thing is that was very public is he got into a big feud with other grifting channels. Just a couple months ago. I'm gonna play a clip real quick here, and I think it'll put into perspective the position the quartering was in before this recent controversy. And the reason I want to emphasize this is because it's important to know he was already kind of on the outs before all this happened. Here we go. Let's
At Armanita Rules super chatted $1.99. You mean the PSYOP Jeremy fell for?
Yes, exactly. The PSYOP, exactly. So here's one thing I want to play real quick right here. I'm not going to play all of it, but I want to play enough of it to give the idea.
Clip, clip, snip, snip.
Why is Geeks and Gamers trashing you? Well, here's some content for him, because I know his channels are dying and he's really upset about it. And he's apparently blaming me. This will be the only time I address it. Literally 2 months ago, I pointed out the fact that the entire, trashing woke movie
I just
space
want to
was
pipe
down.
in and say that the quartering, the way he moves his neck, like constantly in any video he's in, and just looks around like that. I don't know why he does it, but it always just bugs me. I always pick it out whenever I see something from him.
That's fair. Also, I'm sorry.
No, I'm just. It's giving meth. I'm sorry.
Yeah, honestly, I was trying not to say it, but yeah.
I don't want. Hooray
it
for
is.
right grifter cannibalism.
Yes, I'm going to pause supers for a bit until we finish this clip, but yes, hooray for right-wing grifter cannibalism. This is a great story about cannibalism among the right. But yeah, no, it's giving meth, but also apparently, and this is something I found people were joking about, but I do think is serious enough to say it's concerning. Apparently, Jeremy has struggled a lot with alcoholism, and you can tell.
Yeah.
Looking at the way he moves, looking at the way his eyes look, looking at the way his skin looks so pale.
He doesn't look good.
No,
Yeah.
and if you watch this, you're gonna see it. Like, listen, alcoholism is a serious problem. It's something you gotta work. Yeah, it's something you have to work on for your entire life.
Oh, it's horrific.
It's horrible. So I don't want to make any jokes.
It's incredibly sad. Yeah.
I don't want to make any jokes at him, even though he would not hesitate to make jokes about someone else being alcoholic. He would be the first to make jokes about them if it's someone he doesn't like. I'm not going to make those jokes, but I do want to bring that up right now.
We're a lot better than that.
Yeah. And no one in chat make jokes about that either. That's a serious concern. That being said, though, this is someone who makes fun of people's appearances constantly, including the new Supergirl's appearance for looking like a man. So I do feel, to an extent, some if you fight by the sword, you may have to fall by the sword as well.
He's so gorgeous, so I understand.
100%. He is the portrait of masculine potential. I can't say it with a straight face.
I mean,
Okay.
I always said that he looks like Junior from Fraggle Rock, but maybe I'm in the minority there.
Yes, you're right. I mean, the joke for a while was that he was the slightly weirder looking. He was a much weirder looking version of Quentin Reviews, but it's gotten worse over time. And by the joke, I mean Quentin Reviews made that joke first, so I can't take credit for that one. Quentin Reviews did it himself. He looks like a very sickly version of Quentin Reviews. But he's been the portrait of hate ages you. There's a picture going around, and again, I'm not doing this to make fun of him, but I am going to show it anyway. I saw this online. I want to see if I can find the Someone found... Okay, here we go. Oh, okay. And so everyone knows his name is, Jeremy. Here's we found a photo of the quartering in high school. I don't know where they found it, but it was revealed this week. Hang on 1 second. You can get the image up. So this is Jeremy in high school. His yearbook photo. He's looking rough now. Yeah, I don't know who the other person is, so I don't want to get them up on stream, but that's, he's not looking great.
Oh, especially this screenshot that we're looking at right now. Oh,
yeah.
I feel like he's got that picture that you just showed hidden in his attic somewhere, and he's sort of the reverse Dorian Gray.
Oh my god, that would stink. He's the portrait in the photo. Was eternally young.
It's like that kid. In front of you are two roads.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is John Cena, and the other one is Jeremy. All entirely depending on how that kid took care of himself. And
100%.
Yeah.
And a lot of that is hate. Hatred ages you. Being miserable constantly ages you.
Yeah.
How old is he anyway? He's like 50?
Alcohol ages you. I'm just saying,
quartering age. How old is he? Oh.
23.
No. He's only 43 years old.
Wow.
That's a hard 43.
That's a hard 43. He's he's less than 10 years older than I am. Oh man, that's rough. That's
really sad, yeah.
Yeah, it gets more depressing. That being said, though, he got successful for being a horrible person, so I don't feel too terrible. But still, it's it's rough. And again, it's a lot of it is done to himself. It's really, really unfortunate. Anyway, let's get back to this because I want to focus on why his channel is struggling. And I pause super so we won't get interrupted. This is some major context, though, because it's why he has no friends left. Or very few friends left.
For whatever reason, female energy, or he's feeling some kind of way, he's mad that my channel's still growing. I don't really know. This guy was a friend of mine. I have no idea why he decided to throw in with people that hate me.
They're all terrible.
Like stand shoulder to shoulder with people that hate me. Because I pointed out the very simple fact that making movies about the next woke movie or next woke TV show is basically just not as popular as it once was. This is an objective fact. Nobody's channel was hurt more than mine by that. But for whatever reason, I don't know if he was on his period or whatever, but he took it really personally. So then he DM'd me and had a meltdown about it. And we talked. And he said privately, I feel like releasing it, but I won't. Hey, we're good. I'm not mad about it. We made up. Everything's fine. Then a week later, maybe a cycle struck again. He decided he was still mad about it and wanted to, be upset. I don't know if he's mad. It's like he got a cream pie thrown in his face or something. I don't know. But he got really mad about it and decided that because there's no more content to talk about woke media and this stuff, I have no idea why he got so mad. Like, my channel never made more money than, when Biden was in office and we got to dunk on all these woke TV shows. But he had a total meltdown. And then he, as a man, when a man says we're good, you generally take a man at their word. Right? You're like,
so for context, he basically went down the list of all of his peers. So Geeks and Gamers, he went down Nerdrotic, and basically argued that numbers were all completely down. Which they are. And he's not the first one to point this out, but he's the first one on that side to point it out. And all of the people on the grifting right in media criticism got pissed at him. You know, so Geeks and Gamers freaked out on him. Nerdrotic got pissed at him. I don't think Critical Drinker reacted publicly, but, you know, he's still... he's not exactly on Quartering's side right now. Now,
Well,
granted,
hold on, Anthony, because what happened was that they had all this female energy give them like put them on their periods, you know, that time of the month, and so like they can't listen to logic and they start lying like women do.
Exactly, that's clearly what it is.
You know,
hold that thought because we will get to Melanie Mack in a bit where that's relevant. But Eric DeBunks, friend of the channel, Eric DeBunks had some comments on this too.
Hey, good to see stuff from Eric for sure.
Oh yeah, Eric is great. If you haven't seen Eric's stuff, watch it. He's excellent. He has a lot of commentary. That's really good. So he had some comments here because this is a video from. He's reacting right now to a video from Geeks and Gamers, I think it is, in response to Jeremy's comments. So right here, let's get ahead a little bit here. This video came out prior to the talking and making up thing, I believe, or immediately after. I forget exactly the exact timeline.
From Geeks and Gamers made several crash out videos about those. The video that Jeremy made, you can go check those out on my channel. But this is a video where he's talking about the continued drama around the Quartering and the Geeks and Gamers community, the Fandom Menace community. Let's check this out.
Something terrible has happened, and I don't really know how to move forward with this, but I'm going to need all of your support. This is going to be a very difficult time for me and my family and my company. Ladies and gentlemen, the Quartering is mad at me. The Quartering is very, very mad at me. So we uploaded a video here on Geeks and Gamers 2.
I wonder why. Look at this video. I wonder why he's mad. Yikes. The Quartering exposed. Watching what on stream? Deletes tweet after being community noted. I'm pretty sure that's what the title is because that's what they're talking about here. I wonder why he would be mad.
So his own peers were posting about like weird sex things that the Quartering would have on screen. And look, I don't want to make excuses, but you know, occasionally people's search histories pop up and you see like weird shit they look up. As long as it's not illegal, I don't usually care. But when you're pissed off at someone, you find easy targets, and that's what they went for, the easiest target to go for. And that was it, to make him look like a weird pervert. He wouldn't have much effort having to do that later on, though. Is what I want to say. But I digress.
Maybe it's because you're still making shit content about him, even though you said you guys made up. You kissed and made up in DMs.
Okay, so after what the Quartering said.
Where we were reacting to the Quartering and his tweet that got community noted.
Yesterday.
Never know. I mean, you could be like our buddy the Quartering. You could be like the Quartering.
You never know, boys.
Here we go.
Right here.
This is the
Here we go.
Oh no, the poor girl. The poor girl he's on stream with.
You didn't. They just defaulted it to being on. Although you did buy the ring camera, so.
Oh boy, boobs. But oh no. Anytime.
This is one of the reasons why when I use Twitter, I don't just share the screen endlessly as I scroll through Twitter. Twitter has very few restrictions on content. They allow you to upload almost anything to Twitter. Almost anything.
So he flashed porn on stream by accident, which, you know, it happens. You know, there was an occasion where I was streaming one time where I didn't vet an article and there was an inappropriate picture on it. We censored it, thankfully, on stream, but it happens, you know. But it's also happening at a large level, and your peers hate you. And so they capitalize on any moment like this to illustrate you as this screw up. Especially because now you got people who have an integrated audience with your own pissed at you. Anyone who's been on YouTube arguments before knows it's easier to argue with someone outside your sphere than inside your sphere. When you argue with someone in your core sphere of like with an overlapping audience, that divides your audience up. Because now you have two sides. It's like it's like your parents are arguing and you're the kid stuck between the two. You know, it's like, who do you side with? Or, you know, if you like drama and you're hungry for drama, you eat it all up and then get bored afterwards. So this culminates in Geeks and Gamers actually blocking the quartering on Twitter, which, you know, heartbreaking. The worst people you know are all fighting. What do we think so far of this part of the drama?
I mean, this would have been nothing if they hadn't been arguing, if they hadn't been fighting over. And to be fair, it's probably the only time I've ever agreed with the quartering when he was talking about their numbers going down, because as you pointed out, it is true.
Mm-hmm.
Their numbers aren't able to do what they once were because people are getting bored of the outrage content.
Yep.
And the smaller channels are falling first.
Mm-hmm. I think Critical Thinker is the
also like
only
that,
one that's doing all right, relatively speaking.
Well, it's also like that content really thrives when you're the underdog, you know, when like you're like, because the whole idea behind it is that you know, we're the resistance, we're fighting against the woke mob, or like, you know, in the broader sense, like, oh, the fascist playbook, it's like simultaneously they're weaker than us, but also they control everything. But like,
exactly.
they won.
Yeah.
they're winning. It's like Trump is in office, you know, like
victory has defeated them, essentially.
Yeah,
basically.
But not just that. By winning, they actually lose, because if they get what they want, if they get all wokeness taken out of all media, they get no media to complain about, and so nobody's going to watch their channel where they're praising the stuff that they like. Because we know this, because every time they do a positive video, it gets half of the views that their hate content does. So
yeah, exactly.
Careful what you wish for.
I recall hearing, I think it was Jester Bell, I think it was arguing that she would post positive reviews on occasion, but they all flopped. So she just decided, I'm going to be negative from here on out and just stop posting positive stuff. And like, that's a relatively smaller channel, more like our size in terms of subscriber count, regular audience. But yeah, these guys are at the top, and they're getting views like per video, not per month, because obviously they're getting like still a lot of views per month, but they also post something new every day. They're not getting a lot of views relative to their size. And you know, what are they going to complain about? Marvel? Like, they complain about Captain Marvel? Like, that's why Marler's doing a review of The Marvels. It's a movie now that's 2 years old. It's not really relevant to the current landscape of film, but they have to go backwards to mine anything for content because it's just that so little. Actually, I think it's more than 2 years old. I think now it's like 3 years old now, right?
Yeah, the film came out in 2023. Yeah, so it's 3 years old.
Yeah, so it's like they have very limited resources on which to draw from, because you can't say that.
I will also.
Sorry.
I also just want to give a shout out to Eric, because he did that video, you know, about like Yellow Flash and all those people acting like, oh, Hollywood's out to get the drinker. It's like Hollywood doesn't care about the drinker at all. And then, Yellow Flash showed my tweet on his video, and he got so mad about it, which I found really funny.
Yellow Flash blocked me on Twitter back like when I was still a writer at CBR. I think it was, if I remember correctly. Like, he got like. He's very sensitive to people not agreeing with him.
I am very shocked he hasn't blocked me already. I know Chibi Reviews blocked me after I debated one of his fans, and he got mad that I showed his fan that he's not anti-censorship.
It's basically an accomplishment at this point. But they're very sensitive to criticism, especially from each other. So right now, that's the setup for what happened to the quartering. He had alienated his peers, and then the controversy hit. Now, for this, I'm going to go, not necessarily... Oh, here we go. Go back a little bit.
Clip,
Go away. Here we go. So, where is a good one to start with? Oh, God, side-scroller. So, again, the blood's in the water. You look at the response right here. It's side-scrollers. Friggin', what's his name? Stuttering Craig jumping on him. You know, it's like his peers attacking him. Melanie Mack. Oh, we'll come back. I want to hold on to this one. We'll come back to you, Melanie Mack, later. We'll come back to you. Smash JT is responding to it. His own peers, they're the ones who are going after him.
Confirmed cuckold.
Oh yeah. So
Cockhold, I'm sorry.
That is yeah. That's kind of what it is. Let's
Jesus.
Where should we start? Let's Kino Casino. Not to be confused with Kino Flex. A totally different person.
Oh boy.
I'm trying to find a relatively short. Oh, Yellow Flash also responded to this one too. All of his friends.
Wow, of course. Yeah, of course he jumped on it.
Oh yeah, all of his buddies, quote unquote. Okay, let's take a look at Internet Versus. That's usually a pretty concise version of it because I don't want to have to go through a 5-hour video of them yapping.
Recently, YouTuber The Quartering has gotten a lot of attention online after kick streamers at Kino Casino did a segment on him going over recent findings that users on Kiwi Farms compiled. When one user specifically found one of The Quartering's moderators' Reddit page, where in it he was brazenly talking about being a swinger, and The Quartering had recently talked about having this guy live at his home, causing Kino Casino to speculate that this person may be doing things with The Quartering's wife. And in response to this, Jeremy posted multiple times on Twitter, including going into Joshua Moon's DMs, the owner of Kiwi Farms, and saying that no matter how much people want to make fun of him, that's okay, but his wife is off limits. Going to Josh's DMs, saying he doesn't want to have to use his connections to get Kino Casino's channels taken off the internet and deplatformed. But there's lots to get into, so let's just jump in. Welcome to the internet versus The Quartering and Kino Casino. It starts, of course, when they announce their stream. Andy Worski tweets out this clip with the caption, "Live tonight on an intense Kino Casino at 8:30, Quartering a Bowl of Criminal History exposed." And then just more about what they're going to be streaming about, but here is a portion of the clip talking about their quartering.
Also, that man looks 12 years old. That is not a man. That is a 12-year-old in a suit.
Oh my god.
I don't know this guy.
That is an incredibly young-looking person. Yeah, wow. Okay.
It is the exact opposite problem we were talking about before. This is before he ages you.
Yeah.
Exactly. I said he ages you. Maybe he needs to age this person. I'm sorry.
Reverse alcoholism, I guess.
Yeah. No. People are saying I look 13. That's true, but hate doesn't age me, so it works out. Anyway, yeah. But I'm not going to make fun of them too much. Let's take a look.
Segment.
Jeremy Hambley's twisted, bull, sordid criminal history exposed.
I'm not gonna lie, that voice I did not expect coming out of that face. That's a very
I didn't either. Wow.
Okay.
Jesus.
It turns out not only is Jeremy Hambley in league with the Nexium cult, the #2 woman in the organization is a good friend of Hambley's. Not only does he have the
he took too much of the substance. I love that joke. Which one took too much of the substance though? You gotta remember what part of the cycle we're in. Gotta respect the balance. Maybe only a couple horror fans got that reference, so the people who watched the Academy Awards 2 years ago, but still. Anyway, back to this.
Degenerate bull over at his house, but the bull has a long, sordid, sickening criminal history of domestic abuse.
Wait, what?
Buddy.
And breaking into houses, apparently?
He broke into somebody's house, this sick freak. Like, apparently, there's a battery charge against him from his wife. There's a restraining order from There's a restraining order from an older female family member in this guy's history. Ooh. He's one sick puppy that Jer is inviting into his household. For what purpose? Must be to fuck his wife. I don't know.
Allegedly,
why else? Why else would you be around a criminal swinging bull, a cult? What the f is going on in Hambley land, buddy?
And of course, the full stream.
So I want to point out right now, before we get too much into this, these people are also terrible. The Kino Casino guys, they're also terrible. They're also terrible.
Yeah, I was not really liking the vibes they were giving off there, honestly.
They're terrible vibes. They stream on Kick. That's the first giveaway right there.
Okay.
That stay right there. But the point is, the calls are coming from inside the house. These should be Jeremy's guys. These should be
They hate
Jeremy's-
him.
They hate him too, though. Exactly. They can't stand him.
and they've hated him for a long time. So I don't know exactly what he did to offend him, but they've got a long history of hating him.
Exactly. It's funny. It's funny how they find one thing. So they went through this guy's Reddit history, found he's a swinger, and that the Quartering invited him over his house to stay. Which leads to the reason why Jeremy's career is in flames right now. He may be a cuck. In a very literal sense of the word, the guy who called everyone else a cuck is in fact a cuck.
Wow. What do you know? Every
Can't do
accusation is
that.
a confession.
I know.
Can't do that if that's your whole thing.
That's really the entire reason why his career's in flames right now.
So stupid.
Which is so stupid, right? It's not that he...
Of all the things, I did not think this would be the thing to get him.
Right?
That's crazy.
It's not that, like, he did something illegal. He did something that consenting adults can do and have done for years. It's the fact that he pissed off everyone else around him. They all had an axe to grind, and they were looking for a reason. And they found it. And that's why the whole preamble was important. If all that came out was that he had some like weird swinger cuck thing going on, I don't think anyone would really care all that much beyond making fun of him for it. What has ruined him is that all of his peers can't fucking stand him, and they're using it to tell their audiences this guy is embarrassing to be around. And so that tells the audiences, hey, the guy you're watching sucks because he's a cuck. He's the thing you hate the most. And because he's curated an audience that shames everyone else for their sexual identity, sexual provocativeness, whatever, they are now engineered to respond with a knee-jerk reaction to anything that they derive as degenerate. And now they think the Quartering is degenerate. He courted an audience that was designed to hate him for the reasons that he, had preferences. It's tragic, but also his own creation.
Yep, he did it to himself.
Yeah. Exactly. And it bit him in the ass. Everyone now is making fun of him for it in his circle. Meanwhile, everyone else. But what made it worse is how the Quartering reacted to it.
Name is on their channel, but the Quartering ended up responding to this on his Twitter page by saying, a group of people that really want my attention are investigating my family and friends, desperate for some scandal. Apparently, one of my IRL friends is a swinger, I guess, so obviously this means I have an open marriage. This fanfic stuff is wild. Sorry, weirdos. Not true. Lol. I am totally fine with people making fun of me. I do plenty to deserve it. But these psychos running gay ops on my friends and family, mailing my house, making my wife feel unsafe, it's psychotic. I know even addressing it will likely make it worse, but it's super weird.
Now, I want to point out something right here. These tweets got very few views. Look at 9,000 views.
Yeah.
Barely any engagement. If he just shut the fuck up and said nothing, nothing would have happened.
I do want to say running gay ops is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Not like, God.
It's such a stupid phrase. I've heard it used a few times. I'm always like, that's the dumbest term or phrase I've ever heard. Like, it's meant to be like covert, like investigation into like your private, For those who are unfamiliar with drama tube talk, gay ops refers to when someone goes into your discords or your emails or your correspondences to find out like some dirt on you. It's a dumb phrase, but it's really stupid. Yeah, you have to be plugged into like the Terminally Online to know what they're even talking about. So right now, so the average person, you hear that going like, "What the fuck is a gay op? What are you talking about?" Like the average person doesn't get it. And you gotta keep in mind,
the
Quartering's audience isn't just terminally online people; it's also terminally online right people. So,
yeah,
they don't know all this stuff. So it's already alienating to them. They're like, "What are you talking about? What's the confusion here? I'm not sure what's going on." So what ends up happening is,
it's fucking weird they're obsessed with my marriage. Like, super weird and super over the line to be with people who are not in any way public figures. Make whatever video you want about me, but leave my family and friends out of it. That's fucking psycho. I've got nothing to hide, lol. In fact, I'm often told I share too much. Ha 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 ha.
Holy
boys.
fuck, he
My
should
life
not have
offline
made
is
this
extremely
tweet at all.
I take
should have
it
stopped.
Yeah, this
play
was
with my
not a good
dogs,
idea.
Go bowling,
Okay.
and spend time
dude,
with my wife.
no.
Sadly, no time to swing. And
he's like, he's like going too hard on it.
Bro, like, he just shouldn't have said it. He would have been better off not saying anything here. Holy fuck.
Yeah. Or even like a simple, I don't know what they're going off on. Knock it off. It's like silence is a free action. Silence is expensive sometimes. Silence is pricey, and silence can pay for a lot. He just needed to stop. He just needed to stop. That's all he needed to do.
I think he was hoping to
Streisand
get
effect in this shit.
Well, yeah, but I think that maybe he was hoping to get some play out of this. Like all of the other sort of weird stuff that he's done over the years has only increased his popularity, even if for a short time. So I genuinely think he thought he could do that again.
But that was what? That was March 29th, right? That was 2 weeks ago, right? Let's look at his channel 2 weeks ago. Not a single reference to it on his channel.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mention it. He avoids it entirely. So that's it right there, isn't it? Like, he was talking about it so much online, but if he was going to get traction out of it, he would have made a video about it. But he didn't. So like, that's the thing too.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, so if he was trying to go for the traction game, he wouldn't have done it on Twitter. He would have made a video about it. Like, he made a video about the Geeks and Gamers feud. He kept this to Twitter, and that, I think, was more distinct. I think.
Yeah, I don't think that this was a calculated thing. I think he responded at the time, and then later was like, "Well, I can't delete it because then it'll look like, oh, why'd you delete that?" But I'm cognizant enough now to not put effort into making a video, however much or little effort it takes to make his videos. It very much feels like he made those tweets in like a spur of a moment thing,
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a good point, because in the past, when he's had similar sort of meltdowns on Twitter, he has just gone back and deleted all of his posts and sort of cleared the decks. So yeah,
exactly,
you might be right there.
I think he was just freaking out. I think he panicked and kept panicking.
Yeah.
I think is what it is.
The Johnny Ringo replies, "Quality time is doing what you and your wife both enjoy doing. If she enjoys swinging, y'all definitely have time." And Jeremy responds, "Okay, better put, yes, we have the time to swing.
Oh,
However,
God.
we both
Stop.
prefer
Jeremy,
monogamous."
stop,
Carl
stop,
McFarlane
please.
Says, "No shame in being a
Holy
swinger,
shit.
bro." And Quartering
Stop,
replies, "I don't
dude.
care what adults do. Swing
God,
all you
we
want.
should have
stopped a
Just
long
don't.
time ago
That's cool,
already.
too."
Wow,
And
okay,
Nathan
just
says,
stop
"Swing all you
tweeting.
want," said
Wow.
the fake Christian. Then PPP tweets
Like,
out this
I
picture
know,
with a
I know, I can. Listen. I get it to an extent. Like, if you're a YouTuber for a certain amount of time, you've been through public controversy, and there is the urge to tweet through everything.
Mm-hmm.
But this is not the time. Not to
this
do the
is-
same thing where you lose ground with each tweet. And they're so passive sounding.
Like it would have been better just to ignore it at that point for him.
Exactly.
But holy fuck. Like, yeah.
Like it's just embarrassing. I felt secondhand embarrassment for this guy now. Oh.
Yeah, same.
Oh, that's rough. Okay, now here's where things get worse for him. Because keep in mind, up until this point he's saying nothing happened. He's embarrassing himself on Twitter, but you know what? Most people don't look at your Twitter account. He's okay. But here's where things go an extra mile.
The caption on his page, "The quartering and his bull are desperate to hide his bull's criminal history. They have flagged down our video exposing his domestic abuse issues and other criminal convictions. Jeremy Hambley of Wisconsin is scared to death of the truth coming out and will do anything to hide it."
He copyright struck Kino Casino.
Jesus. So here's the thing.
That's like one of the biggest no's on YouTube.
From my understanding, all the evidence that exists at this moment is that a guy who is into swinging is friends with Jeremy, and that's it.
Yeah,
and hung out at his house, and everybody else, and these guys were like, "Oh, well, that means he's swinging."
Exactly,
and that's it. That's it.
Yep, that's it. There's nothing else.
but by going in and just being, doing the whole "lady doth protest too much" kind of thing. Just like all of a sudden it's like, well, wait, hold on. Is that all there is?
Yeah.
It's like...
Because I guarantee you, I would not be talking about it if he didn't do half of this shit.
And if he had left it, people just would have thought that it's the same guys who talk shit about him constantly doing it again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we're like, fuck it, who cares? But then he copyright struck them. Like, listen, I will give you an example right now. A couple years ago, well, a year and a half ago or so, Lily Orchard struck down my channel. She struck 5 of my videos that criticized her. And I talked about it. We rebutted the claims. No big deal. They got patched up real quickly. They were obviously fraudulent. However, this was put on the front page of YouTube Drama, of r/YouTube Drama. My channel at the time was maybe 20, 30,000 subs. And that became front page information on Reddit. Jeremy has a subscriber count of 2 million, has 10,000 videos, and it's a feud between him and a substantially larger Kick streamer. Both parties are vastly bigger than Lily Orchard ever was.
God.
In terms of just sheer videos viewed. The moment you do that, it's blowing up. Like, this is Reddit front page bullshit. This is every single slop tuber responding to it bullshit. This is the drama sphere responding to it. So, this was the greatest way to make sure everyone cared about your business if you're trying to conceal the information. Especially after you've pissed off all of your peers by saying they all don't do shit numbers. Well, now they're going like, well, we get bad numbers. Let's see what numbers we get talking about you. I'm going to let some super chats play in real quick because a lot have been building up.
At S-Han especially 04181 super chatted $2, pig fight. Let them fight.
Yes.
Big fight.
Yeah, let them fight. Exactly.
At Aspiring 2 Storyteller super chatted $2. Hate having the same name as him.
Jeremy's a good name, just not when he has it.
At Jonathan Frostathan super chatted $1.99. I know him from the "You Made It Political" meme.
Yeah, that's one of his most famous contributions to internet culture.
At Tall King Movie Bubbles B6N super chatted $4.99. Jim Henson's Fraggle Rock mention.
Hell
By the
yeah.
way, favorite Henson project that isn't the Muppets?
Oh, Dark Crystal for me, honestly.
At Blue Baron 6858 super chatted $2. What is the chance Al weird grifters turn on Trump?
Increasingly so. He did do the Antichrist thing, so it's going to
At
get
Tall
there.
King Movie Bubbles B6N super chatted $4.99. I thought he got over his bitter ex phase. I guess the quartering never did.
The quartering never did, no.
At WC Wit super chatted $5. Stuttering Craig becoming a MAGA chud is disappointing but not surprising based on what I remember of the Screw Attack days.
Yeah, Stuttering Craig going downhill is not shocking but depressing.
At Nick Wolf 3885 super chatted $2. Wanna hear Babyface say, cream of the genetic crop.
Oh God, I hate the way that sounds.
At Eshan especially 04181 super chatted $5. Fascist is death cult that always turn again itself.
Always. It always self-destructs. Every time. No
At
matter what you
Zypher
do.
8677 super chatted $2. Coming 2027, Call of Duty Gay Ops.
I would play that. I would play that on stream if it came out. It's just
At
too
Barney
funny.
Nedward super chatted $4.99. Quartering unfortunate will probably bounce back somewhere. However, by defending blackface, Backseater is unemployable in any in-person job.
Yeah, Backseater he's never getting. I think he's unemployable for many other reasons too. I'm putting a pause on supers again. Don't forget Iran. Oh yeah, God, that he pissed off everyone with that one. Fraggle Rock is pretty amazing though. I will give you that. Fraggle Rock's up there. Also, Jim Henson, the Storyteller. Really underrated series. It's always streaming now on YouTube. Really good.
That one's really good. Yeah,
Very
I love
good.
The Storyteller.
So good. You either you two see the Storyteller back in the day or on YouTube?
I have the DVD.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, I got it on DVD years ago, long before it went on every streaming channel.
Yeah, perpetually 24/7. I love it though. It's so good. It was on Nickelodeon. Oh, it was on Nickelodeon. I didn't realize that. Yeah, it's good stuff. Anyway, so let's see the fallout to this. I'm not going to play the whole video because it's not... a lot of it is back and forth bullshit, but...
Showing that their video, The Quartering Bull Exposed, Criminal Past, and Jeremy Agrees to Caleb Hammer's Review, was taken down for community guidelines for policy on
And the
personally
channel is
identifiable
Internet Versus, by the
information.
way.
He continues his
they do a
thread
lot of
saying,
these good
"This is now our
summaries."
second video that they have flagged down in the last 24 hours alone. Jeremy can play stupid that this isn't out of his camp, but he's been a spiraling drunk for nearly 48 hours straight on Twitter, and it all began when we mentioned his friend and the Bull's criminal past."
That's the other factor as well. Jeremy is an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Whether or not that played into his actions, I don't know. I can't tell you. You can speculate, but you don't know for sure.
It comes off like it does, though. Obviously you can't know for absolute certain, but it fills in some of the gaps, like why he is just, as we were talking about earlier, he was spiraling, just freaking out, doing things, not thinking about the consequences and how he responds to these people. It tracks.
Yeah, it just makes sense. And look, I don't want to make fun of someone for struggling with substance abuse. That's not funny. But it is kind of funny how he's digging a deeper hole for himself when he could have very easily not. And anxiety, alcohol, a big stage, a lot of pressure. It's a recipe for disaster. And so this just keeps going.
Just to clarify, all that this clip shows is me reading out his history of criminal convictions, which is publicly available online. Jeremy invites a criminal who openly sex swings on the internet into his home to hot tub with him and his wife. He wants this silenced at any cost. This post explains the Bull's history of swinging and relationship.
See, that's the thing right there. It draws attention to itself. And so more gets done, more gets done, more gets done. And they have an opportunity to present all the things they don't like with this guy all at once.
I feel like every time I've ever gone onto Kiwi Farms, I see a new slur I didn't know about before.
It's a great way of discovering a new vocabulary of words you should never use in polite company.
Yeah.
That's the best way of putting it. Oh, man. So, I'm not going to bother playing this whole video, but I do want to, get right here.
Your bull is a part of your content and has been many times over the years. He is a Discord mod and he is a sex-swinging bull with a criminal history. You bring up your wife constantly on your show and you disrespect and disgrace her constantly. Stop crying. Also, if you're going to make these extraordinary claims of harassment, such as phone calls, threats, and packages, you need to provide proof. Otherwise, you're just a Jesse Smollett pity-seeking... Get a grip. This is the internet and put your big boy pants on. Check for poop dough. Andy Worski then tweets out a screenshot of one of the Quartering tweets we read with a caption.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
This is the internet. Put your big boy pants on.
And again, this is someone who spent his entire career harassing people. Don't forget that. Don't feel bad for the Quartering guys. He made content harassing fucking Anita Sarkeesian. That's how he got his channel to be where it is. He made harassment campaigns against Brie Larson. He made harassment campaigns he exploited Stan Lee's life to get slightly ahead. He attacked fucking Twitch streamers online. Like he is someone who based his entire career on exploiting people around him. Yeah, 7 million views on Brie Larson. Yeah. So, let's not ever show sympathy for this guy too much. And again, everyone reacted. Everyone. So, Kino, right here we get some of the responses.
Cracked your knuckles and typed out, "First I'll get your YouTube taken down, easy I swear, then your kick, because I literally begged you like a desperate ex texting at 3 a.m. and you chose violence instead of letting me simp for your roasts. My guy, you're out here sounding like the final boss of I try to be the bigger person, but actually I'm just a snitch with a god complex. You didn't try everything. You tried the YouTube equivalent of crying to the principal, clutching your pearls, and whispering, 'They're breaking the rules, teacher. They're evading my ban like the absolute villains they are.' And the cherry on top, all I wanted was to let you guys dunk on me. Translation, please bully me publicly so I can farm clips. Cry about PPP then also tweets out of these DMs with the caption, 'Just so people are aware, these are the Mafia Don extortion tactics that Quartering is now using in private DMs with Josh Moon. You are not a king, Hambley. You need to accept that I can call you a on the internet. You have a bull in your house. Pound sand.' And it's DMs that start with Josh saying, 'Yeah, I know. Nobody likes a Randall, though I still don't think they cross any red lines in modern era Kick or even YouTube. I'm just curious why this now, because they've been saying a lot about your relationship/behavior with MM and Hannah Claire for months. What happened in the last week to cause a crisis?' And Jeremy says, 'Yeah, it's never been an issue until people started spamming my wife. I literally don't care that they make fun of me. Like her family has seen this Unofficial truce. They delete the videos attacking our marriage. I never mention them again. The more they do it, the more I want to flex my connections to bury them. This is a one-time offer.'
This is him messaging the head of Kiwi Farms, by the way.
Oh my god.
This is like...
I literally don't care, guys. I literally don't care.
I don't care, guy. It's nothing.
I don't care.
It's nothing.
No, I literally don't care.
So again, keep in mind, this is a guy who says he really doesn't care, but he's literally snitching to the freaking, like, the head of the site you care about. Now, Melanie Mack, for those who don't know. Who wants to explain who Melanie Mack is? For those who don't know.
Fake Christian, that's for sure.
Yeah. So Melanie Mack, longtime Quartering collaborator, kind of like a co-host at this point with the Quartering. She had some responses too here. This is Melanie Mack, right? Actually, I realize I don't watch Melanie Mack too much. I'm pretty sure this is her. Melanie Mack Go Boom. Yeah, this is her channel, I think. Comments are off. Yeah. Oh, that's not surprising. This is a shorter video, so I'll just play some of it until we get bored of it.
It's pretty trendy for people to be hating on the Quartering, and they're trying to drag me into it, so I'm gonna make a video about this. I've talked about it like on streams and stuff in the past because it's been going on for months, and it's just insane. But it's like, whatever, I'm just gonna make a video, and these people are gonna constantly be lying anyway, but at the very least, I will address the parts that have to do with me so that they can't be talking for me. So it's become this thing now where people are saying that the Quartering makes me uncomfortable and I'm in some sort of like weird hostage situation and this, that, and the other or whatever. And it's just like, it makes no sense. I've been friends with the Quartering for a very long time. It's been like 7 years now. And I'm telling you, when I've had a bazillion people try to turn on me and try to cancel me or make a bunch of hate videos about me over various things, whether it be my Christian opinion being against the gay stuff, or when I didn't get the COVID jab and I had, I got...
Okay, so she's rambling. She's basically defending herself. Here's the thing. By doing this, she drew more attention to herself, ultimately. I was seeing... It's hard to really articulate what specifically is worth discussing from her because she's kind of rambly. She doesn't really make a good point. In fact, this is actually less than I thought it was going to be when I first clicked on it.
So I'll say, in her defense, if this is her when she's relaxed, then she just naturally comes off as extremly uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
so
very
maybe
on edge, I guess.
Yeah, so like maybe that's why people thought that, but it's just like no, she's just kind of like that.
Yeah, Melanie Mack is someone I've never paid too much attention to. I know some people like historians on her. I don't really know. Apparently, she married a Nazi.
Well, she used to be like she used to. Well, she used to like work like. She used to be like a gaming influencer, basically. It's also funny because like
actually, I have some...
when.
Oh yeah.
Like when the original Rise of the Tomb Raider, like the Tomb Raider reboot games came out, she was praising them, you know, and saying she loved the design of Lara in those games. And then when she started anti-woke grifting, she started being like, "Oh, her design sucks. Oh, she's not womanly anymore." It's like, okay.
Actually, it's funny you say that. I have some messages. I found these online. I want to get this. I'll reference the source. Good old Beckett, who. You know, listen, you can question his individual actions and beliefs, but he's very good when it comes to getting information directly. And these are public tweets of hers from back in like I think 2016, I think it is 2013 tweets from Melanie Mack. And here
very
she
interesting.
Yes, this is back 13 years ago. Being extremely well open to different perspectives.
Yeah, I mean,
I gotta get going, but this was cool, man.
No, thank you so much for hopping on, and you're always welcome anytime. Next time be a less
Awesome.
quarter poundery discussion point. If anyone wants to find you, where can they find you?
Check out my podcast, Shonen Flop. We are on hiatus, but we got a lot of content for you if you're interested. We cover manga that got canceled. Not canceled in the sense that everybody's talking about here. Canceled in the sense that you know, Shonen Jump was like you don't get to publish anymore. But yeah, check us out. And we got an episode that Anthony was on.
Yes, I believe it was back in last April or March. It was right.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That was a fun one to do. That was a fucking crazy cyberpunk, Fist of the North Star-esque kind of story. You all got check it out.
Was it Cyber Blue?
Cyber Blue, yeah.
Cyber Blue. Oh,
One of the
yeah,
great. It was
Cyber
such a
Blue.
Crazy freaking manga. It's so insane. And you've had a lot
so
of
good.
And you've had a lot of. Oh, here we go. Right here, Cyber Blue. Right here, from last March. Absolutely fun. Absolutely great time. I recommend you all listen to it.
What an insane manga.
Just absolutely nuts. And you've had a lot of other guests on here too who are really interesting. Like, who are some of the really cool guests you've had on the podcast as well?
Well, we had Casey Green, the famous Casey Green. We had Red from Overly Sarcastic Productions, if you're familiar with her. Also, Xander Cannon, who is actually an award-winning comic book writer that worked with Alan Moore before. That one was like super exciting for me. We've had like a bunch of people on there.
I am always impressed by your ability to find awesome people to talk to. It's just crazy to me.
We got like we had like a bunch of people like sending out suggestions, and then we have like multiple people trying to reach out. David, my co-host, is the one who is really good at networking. Like he's just incredible at it. So he really knows what he's doing there. Thank God he does, because I would not.
No, I know the feel. I was getting nervous asking people. Like I've actually, it's funny with some people. I know you gotta go, so I won't hold you too long. But like it's always a little intimidating talking to someone for the first time, going like, "Oh, hey, how's it going? You wanna come on my YouTube show?"
I remember the first time we had an episode with somebody that like I was like a legit like fan of, and I was like I was like super nervous. But yeah, it's I eventually just kind of was like, all right, just keep doing it the way that things were, but like still, you know.
Oh, you also had
depending on
the
who it was.
late comic historian on your podcast.
Yeah,
I saw that just now.
Oh
yeah.
my god, that
Oh,
was
man.
crazy. Like when
God, yeah.
I heard about that, oh my god, I was like, oh my god, I just talked to that guy because it wasn't long after that. I'm pretty sure.
No, yeah, because I know some. I'm friendly with a lot of people in the comic sphere, and they were way close to comic historian. I don't think I ever talked to him ever. He was God, yeah, a really big figure in the industry, in this side of things. Oh, manga common. He drew a few things for me too. We had a debate at one time. Comic story in there, you know. Yeah. Oh, and of course, Red. Also, we have an episode with Red from OSP on here. Actually, a video.
She's amazing.
Oh, she is. She was so chill. Like I wish she was less busy because I feel like she'd be so much fun just to pick her brain. She's so fucking brilliant.
Insanely smart person.
Oh,
unbelievably smart.
And down to earth too, which is a rare combination. You don't get a lot of people who like just totally chill but also incredibly intelligent. Very easy to talk to. Yeah.
No,
I had to cut a whole half hour of the video I did with her out because we just got sidetracked talking about fucking Shakespeare.
Oh my god.
Oh, great person. Anyway, I know I got shit to do, so I won't hold you up. But thank you so much. And
it was good meeting you, though, Dirk. I'll definitely have to check out your podcast. That sounds.
Yeah, I recommend it.
Yeah, really nice meeting you.
Please do.
Yeah,
Check
out
great to meet you guys too.
And you're always welcome back on stream. You never have to even ask. You just show up if I'm streaming from here. I'm gonna do more often.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man. All right, bye.
All right, have a good one. Get home safe.
You too. Well, you know,
it's instinctual. I'm sorry. It's really bad.
It's me too. It's me too. It's fine.
Oh my goodness. So I'm going to include a link in chat if you want to add that to your watch list later. 1 second. Gonna just paste the link in. Gonna pin the link. So if you want to take a look at that, you can take a look at that. It's a great podcast. I recommend it, especially my episode, but I'm biased. So yeah. and obviously I'm also going to shout out fucking Red and Manga Comment as well, since they both have appeared on a video of ours at some point in time, as well as Comic Historian. So Melanie Mack at one point was not completely hypocritical.
Yeah, I can give you a little bit of a potted history for your audience, for people who are
please do
blissfully unaware of her. Basically, she used to be quite normal. And there's also these videos of her saying that how it's important to be inclusive of the gay community and all, basically acting like a normal person. Mm-hmm. And at some point, she became a Christian in a very right-wing evangelical church, and that's when things started to change. I don't know if that coincided with her eating butter. I don't know if people know that law. Basically, she did this. Went on this weird diet where she didn't drink water and ate butter, and then had to go to hospital a couple of times.
Drink water. Everyone drink water. If you have water on hand, drink some right now. Just a heads definitely. Up. I've been drinking this entire time because if I don't drink water, I will literally pass out. I am under hot lights talking. That is not easy to do.
And as Noah said, she basically went from being a normal sort of gamer YouTuber to being a Chud YouTuber, which obviously was much more profitable for her. And that's when she made associations with people like the Quartering and all of that sort of gang. She's mostly stayed out of the rest of the Chud sphere for some reason. So she hasn't done too much with like Geeks and Gamers streams or Nerdrotic streams, but she's definitely in that sphere. And then recently she got into trouble with her own audience, not quite as bad as the Quartering.
Right back. I'll be right back. I'm handing the reins off for you for a second. Right back.
Okay. I'll try and be as succinct as possible. Basically,
it's funny because by her definition, she would call her past self woke, basically.
Yes, basically, yeah. Even though her version of Christianity is not what.
It's not real Christianity, in my opinion.
No,
someone like Phil Vischer is a real Christian. Melanie Mack is not.
Yeah, But she got into trouble recently with her own audience because she went to a My Chemical Romance gig, and because when she was younger and normal, she was a big fan of theirs, despite the fact that they are an incredibly woke band by her own standards. So her audience hated her for that, and she tried to justify that and had a bit of a spin out, and then she disappeared, basically. She stopped regularly posting videos or streams, and while she was doing that, she was off getting married to, as I think somebody alluded to in the chat, somebody who might be a bit of a fan of dressing up like Hitler, or Hitler adjacent.
Wow. Lovely.
Yeah. I don't know if that's confirmed, but yeah, basically, her somebody in chat father took her to a parade.
It also it is kind of interesting because, like Ant was saying earlier, you can see like how this affects people too, like going down this whole grift, basically, how it affects them like mentally, how it affects just how they act on a daily basis. They change, and it's not good.
No. Oh, it was Sketchy Got Hands. Hi, Sketchy. I will trust your information then. But yeah, she went from enjoying black parades to enjoying very white parades, basically. And through all of the last, like she said, the last sort of 7 years or so, she's been a friend of the quartering. And one of the things that those Kino guys do is they look at, they cover quartering so much that they've looked at streams that she's on, and when she's been in public with him, and his behavior towards her is really, really creepy, which apparently she doesn't see or doesn't mind or doesn't care about. And in this video, and again, as somebody else pointed in the chat, Eric Debunks covered this video. She says that she doesn't think he's a creep at all. She's quite happy to work with him. She's not doing it for the money. She's doing it because they're friends. And I think Eric Debunks pointed out that that's kind of what everybody in an abusive relationship says while they're in it. So who knows what the actual truth is between these two, but he really does come off as creepy when it's them two together.
Oh, the quartering? So I'm back now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the quartering. Yeah. There was there's a clip of the quartering. Where are we? Right here. This would be a good way to find it. Melanie Mack.
Yeah, well, I was saying that's one of the things that Kino Casino pointed out is some of his odd behaviour around her. Well, not odd, but creepy, basically. He is over her constantly.
It's really weird. Here we go. Right here. This is about 3 months ago. Here we go. This looks right.
Okay, so the quartering is trying to make a.
And Hannah Claire will probably be going somewhere family orientated.
I can't watch football with you guys? You can. I would love that.
Oh yeah, that would be
Wow, thanks, Melanie. I'm not here.
Holy crap. You can see the change in her face instantly. Melanie goes from smiling to instantly frowning. Like suppression. Like she's suppressing something fierce right now. Look at, oh man, what a grimace. Yikes.
This is from Content Cadet. I don't know this channel, but yeah, so.
And the quartering's just like looking oblivious. Oh god, he's so gross. And Hannah Clara is looking at Melanie, but like it's a hostage situation. Like, do you need?
Yeah, so you get the idea. A lot of people drew, including Surf Times. This might be a little bit of a clip.
Melanie and I will be watching the football game tonight, and Hannah Claire will probably be going somewhere family orientated. Yeah. Melanie and I will be watching the football game tonight, and Hannah Claire will probably be going.
I can't watch football with you guys? You can. I would love that.
So yeah, it's like there's a lot of stuff like that where you're like, oh, come on, really? Something's off here, or we get stuff
Wasn't
like
there
this.
the one where she was like help me at one point too?
That was from the same video that
that was that same one
we just saw. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
because
yeah.
And like I said, Kino Casino went into great detail on this, and I think this is where everybody else has picked up these clips. But basically, he invites himself and Melanie Mack to watch football together, in air quotes. Melanie Mack invites the other girl there to come along after Quartering has said she wouldn't want to do it. And she says she'd like to do it, and then Quartering looks visibly annoyed. And at that some point there, Melanie Mack sort of mouths something along the lines of "help me" to the girl, and the girl obviously, sorry, I don't know her name, gets the sort of girl's clue straight away that Melanie would really like it if someone else was there.
Yep, that's a bad sign.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
but of course, in that video that you had, Melanie denies that there's anything sort of stressful about her relationship with Jeremy, and that they're just friends, just best friends.
Just best friends who talk to each other like
Worried
this.
about where Melanie Mack is. Stop being such a fucking loser, you know? You guys know she's married and she's on her honeymoon. So if you're trying to like get a response by being a degenerate piece of shit, like know that she's my friend, and it's not going to work. I suppose it worked by getting me to say that.
Just a weird fucking guy. Like, I'm sorry. It's a weird friendship. Here's the thing. Like, I'm assuming both of you have friends who are, in fact, of the opposite gender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does happen. It's no.
Would you say something like this about your friends of the opposite gender?
I'm super pumped that we got that good pull on Pokemon, because the
But not this
Pokemon openings have been brutal.
All right, give it a second. Give it a second.
There's also this like weird like Jeremy's friends with a girl, so he's definitely trying to sleep with her thing. That has being perpetrated by only people who have never been allowed around girls. And I don't know what to tell you. You know,
Let's see how
I'm
fast
friends
he
with a lot of
commits himself.
girls, and you're allowed to watch football with them and be married and not be trying to sleep with them. You guys all know I'm a boob guy anyway. It's like a totally weird fan fiction. I like my boobs.
Really?
You know, 2 scoops full.
Why would you say that?
All
It gets worse.
So I love Melanie, but you know, as a friend, it's easy to do. She's great. She's a ride or die type of person. Do I think? Yeah. To get back with the content. Well, the last.
He just said that she's flat chested, like she doesn't have big enough boobs for him. Like, yeah, that's what I mean.
Why would you say that about someone you think is a friend?
Yeah, that's like, why would you just insult, B, sexualize your friend like that? It's really fucking weird.
Also, just disgusting, I would say straight up.
Mm-hmm. And keep in mind, she's not there to guide the conversation or respond to the conversation. So, like,
she's not even in the room with him when he's saying this.
Yeah, so she has no influence on what he's saying, and he signs her checks. So, like, there's a power imbalance there too.
Yeah, I mean, if you worked for a real business, you'd be having a meeting with HR after saying something like that.
Yeah. You'd be at the
100%.
door if you said something like that. You fucking kidding? That's enough to get fired in some cases if you say that publicly to your because keep in mind, this is a public event for him. This isn't like a behind the it's not like at work where it's like 2 or 3 people here. This one video has over 1,800 views, and he said this on stream, so it's a clip of that. So it's like, we're talking about someone who said that to thousands of people potentially, and like, she had no influence on it. That's deeply inappropriate behavior.
Yeah, it's just a weird, gross thing to say about somebody that you consider a friend.
100%. 100%.
And so, like, I can't blame people for speculating that he wanted to do something like that if he sexualizes her that much. I would almost feel bad for Melanie Mack if she wasn't also such a weird person herself. But it's like because of Jeremy's actions, now she's in the spot. Now she's being targeted by all this crap. So it's like there's the splash effect where everyone associated with the quartering is being negatively impacted because the quartering keeps fucking saying shit that's inappropriate or stupid. Like, Jesus. Like, he's such an asshole. Like, he is such a fucking asshole. And
I've never got the attraction either. I just cannot understand why so many people flock to his channel when his content is so boring.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm well aware that I've been accused of having a boring voice, and that's fine. His content is boring. He's boring.
Mm-hmm.
I do not get the attraction of somebody who reads out news stories about anti-woke stuff.
Exactly. And there's so much dead air in his videos. Like, it's so much like just he takes a pause, he breaks. And like, it's one thing to be, you can still be interesting if you have some, certain elements that might not be super interesting to an audience. I mean, I certainly try my best to work around any weaknesses in my presentation. That's fine. But he doesn't feel the need to improve. But he spends supposedly massive amounts of money per stream. Supposedly. I don't know how he does. Like, I'm not spending anything on this right now. This is just, I'm spending, most money I spent was buying this little widget in the corner for chat. How you guys like that, by the way? You guys like the widget on chat? I don't know if that's any good or not. But, that's about it.
Well, apparently at one time he had a team of like 9 people working for him.
How? What, mods? Like that's the only thing I can think of. Like, what's he doing?
No, literally, like his co-host, his researcher, his editor, his thumbnail maker. It's just.
I feel like he definitely has to downsize now, right? Because he's just.
Apparently, did a while ago.
I don't think the revenue's there for him. Yeah.
Well, he already downsized. That was his team before he downsized. I think he's down to 3 or 4 now.
I don't know how the hell. I don't get it. Like, I don't know anyone who spends that much on streaming. Like, I've talked to a bunch of people who stream on a regular, and none of them spend money like that on streams.
Well, he puts out too much content, and he's incredibly lazy, basically. I mean, I think he basically admitted that he does nothing. He turns up, he reads what they've prepped for him, and then he's out of there.
Fucking lazy.
Wow. Okay.
And it's all like little slop to 13-minute things. I don't think he edits any of these. I think he just like not like you have to do much
thumbnails
editing.
are all the same too. Why would you? Was he actually paying for these thumbnails? I know somebody in chat said that.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. He had a thumbnail.
Bruh. You could make those in like 5 seconds.
Yeah. Hell, I threw my thumbnail together for this stream in 5 seconds. Like before stream base, they redid it. Like in 5 seconds, easy. I mean, it's like, again, I'm not acting like I'm the best YouTuber in the world. That's not it at all. Obviously not. This guy's been around for years. It worked for a while, but like,
yeah, like same for me, right? Like I do all my own thumbnails. I'm sure there's plenty that don't look like as good as other thumbnails out there, but like at least I'm doing them and not doing this. This is just.
Like, I've worked with 4 thumbnail artists over time, and all have done good work. Obviously, I'm a little biased about one of them, but, like, I digress. There's some bad blood there. But, like, beyond that, like, it's all solid work. They're all good thumbnails. They all got the job done. I don't regret paying money for those thumbnails. They were all effective. They were necessary and good.
Yeah, like for the video... Well, that you're going to be in, funny enough, I did commission someone for that thumbnail. I think it turned out great.
It's a great looking. I think it's a great thumbnail. I think it's fantastic. But again, the other thing that your thumbnail and all the thumbnails we have in common, visual clarity. Every single one of the quartering thumbnails is a clutter of faces, a clutter of visuals, shoved as close together as possible, and the only thing that stands out is the text. White on top, red on bottom. Every single time. Maybe there's a red text in the middle of 2 pieces of white text. Maybe they flip it around a little bit. But that's it. And it's the same bullshit.
Yeah, they're way too busy.
It's like, Do any of the look at these? Do any of these look visually distinct in any fashion? Can you tell what they are about in a quick glance? I'm scrolling, but you can't tell what these things are. They all look exactly the same. By the way, we're only 3 months ago right now. All that scrolling, we're 3 months away.
Oh my god.
That is how much bullshit he puts out on a regular basis. And yeah, does it make money? Probably. Does it make enough money to pay back to people who worked on it? Certainly not.
Man, this is just just kind of sad to look at in real time.
Yeah, because don't forget, this guy has 2 million subscribers. He's getting on average between 30 to 50,000 views a video. Maybe 100,000. You know what that tells me? These videos have a short shelf life and there's low audience retention. And there's low audience retention on a 12-minute video. How low does the retention have to be to have that kind of response?
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at, 5% to less than 1% on some of them?
Of the subscriber total?
Yeah.
I'm going to take a wild guess in saying most people click off after 30 seconds. They hear the headline and they stop. They walk away.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's my best bet.
Well, yeah, and there's a reason they're all that length as well. It's because that's like optimum monetization.
Yep. They're just over 8 minutes. And again, like the thing is, the current meta for YouTube is long. Longer videos do well. I have had luck with shorter videos as well. My recent Nazi video is doing pretty well, and that's only a half hour. But some of my best videos are over 2 hours long, and I accept that. That's fine. I can put that out. But I make one a week. He puts out. Let's do it. How do you think he puts out in a day?
I think I know this. I think it's between 4 and 6 a day.
Okay, let's find out. 1, 2, 3. It's 3 right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 right there. None 2 days ago. 1, 2. Oh, just 2. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's it. 1, 2, 3. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So between 2 to 4 on average now. 6 was optimistic, but I think that was what he used to do. I think
you could be right
at one point, but I think it's like he's slowed down, which is really sad because that just means he's putting out less content and less people are watching it in total.
Well, he's still not really made the adjustment from doing the anti-woke content that he said wasn't popular anymore.
Exactly.
He knows it's not popular, but what else can he do? That's the only thing he was good at.
And like, what's he really talking about? Like none of these seem like they're actual points. Like none of these seem distinct. No. Just even like the Black Snape thing that Critical Drinker had a decent amount of success talking about, and other guys in that sphere had success talking about. He can't even get traction on that. And that was a big deal of contention with the right when that happened. So it's even the big stories you can't capitalize on. It just seems bizarre to me.
No, and I think that speaks to the type of audience that at one time he cultivated, were people that would be happy with him just looking at tweets and calling them gay.
Yeah, and that's all he does. It's pathetic. Anyway, let's let some super chats play before we check up on Warner Brothers, because that's going to be more interesting, I think, than this sad sack of a person.
At Tall King Movie Bubbles B6N super chatted $4.99. Star Giant TADC pilot reaction. When? I have the DVD of The Storyteller.
Star Giant would be... I'll watch more
At
Star
super
Giant.
chatted $9.99. I've completely lost track of right-wing personalities on the internet and in power who were secretly had weird sex lives behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
It feels just like something right out of The Boys TV show.
You are not wrong with that one. I guaranteed. Oh, got me.
At Tall King Movie Bubbles
me pause with this
B6N
one.
super chatted $1.99. RoboCop's not cyberpunk? What is Scion?
Okay. This one requires some explanation. Does anyone know what we're talking about with this one?
I do, yeah. I saw the stream that.
I'm not going to go into detail on this because it's not really worth it, and I've tried not to go into like responding to responses to the channel, because if I did that, I'd be talking about the backseater for forever, because he has like 40 something videos about me, 40 or 50 videos about my in response to me, and all of them are like trash that go on for too long. Hell, Backseater's not even the most interesting person who shows up on the Backseater streams. It'll probably be Kinoflex, but for different reasons.
my god,
for different reasons. But he's probably
the whole thing with
he's the most interesting to talk. I know you have your thing with Kinoflex, but at least he's like
right now, yeah, because of the Pros D stuff and the Rev says Desu stuff. I'm just like, dude, like, why don't you get it? Like, for those who didn't see my recent video, I had Kino come on a stream because he was propagating the lie that Rev says Desu was, has pushed about Pros for like 3 years now, and that lie is still ongoing. And I had Kino come on the stream because me and Simon showed him in real time the proof that quite literally that's it's just a lie from Rev, and that he took like he took Pro ZD like out of context on the double toasted video. And then he showed him that, and we had Kino on. I was like, okay, Kino, do you see that it's a lie that you're propagating here, you and your friend? And then he just kept doubling down, even after we tried to explain to him multiple times. I'm like, dude, just try to understand at least. I get if you don't like me, but just listen to reason.
Yeah, and it's like, the thing is, like, you're going to do a video on that coming up soon where you're going to talk about all the details about the Pro ZD thing. And I know I'm on it, so I know it's coming. But I want to... Okay, 1 second. Let me go this month. Cool. So here's the video in question. I just did a name search for myself, as cringe as it is to find this. But here we go. So Cy Scribbles, who former thumbnail artist, former collaborator, did a stream response to my Cyberpunk video. Westside Tyler then reacted to it, and that kind of killed momentum on the discussion about it. I didn't want to talk about it, not because I'm embarrassed about it or anything like that. I actually almost felt bad for Cy, because the reaction's really bad. Is my Cyberpunk video perfect? Certainly not. I can see things I would improve about it, like all my videos. But, like, it was just a very embarrassing reaction for Cy, because she clearly knows nothing about Cyberpunk. She made comments like, oh, you talked about RoboCop. RoboCop's not Cyberpunk. And I'm like, yes, it is. Like, what are you talking about? She tried to react like it was a Lily Orchard or a Shadiversity video where you can just make fun of the style in which they talk about things. But, like, when you look at, like, what's being presented, you have to hear the whole argument. Now, Westside Tyler came up with some good criticisms of the video. He was like, oh, this could have been a whole topic. Oh, you should have went talking about Ghost in the Shell. Valid critique. It's not above criticism. The problem is she was just bad at criticizing it. And it's like, she just didn't know what Cyberpunk was. She was so desperate for a dunk, she'd actually say things that then 5 seconds later, I would then say myself, thinking like, oh, he's not going to bring this thing up, whatever it is. And it was just kind of sad to sit through. I'm like, oh, this is kind of embarrassing for you.
It was the same when I looked at like Kino Flex's, remember his friend's name, but his friend did a video on me, and I looked at it, and he took stuff out of my videos because he knew he couldn't actually like contest what I was saying unless he took stuff out. I'm like, dude, come on.
Yeah, and it's just kind of sad. Like, it wasn't fun to watch. It wasn't fun to discuss, and I just figured, you know what? I'll just let Cy fucking stream. Who gives a shit? Whatever, It's not worth my time.
Yeah.
There's better things to do. And indeed, I had a better topic. Not talking about Psy at all. I think I had a decent stream that week. It was just kind of sad. I don't know. And then Westside Tyler had a stream about it, and he kind of went through everything. It was like, actually.
Yeah, that guy, the master. Like, I didn't even finish it because so much of it was just taking stuff out of my videos. I'm like, dude, if you're just gonna do that, then I'm sorry. I can't look at your video in good faith. Yeah. It's just like, yeah.
And it's like the thing
it feels so disingenuous.
Yeah, and it's like, if you can do a reaction stream, actually, friend of the channel, Movies with Mark, did a really good video on EFAP's response to Jenny Nicholson. I think it's very similar in that sense, where they go for the easy dunks. Yeah, well, first off, watch Movies with Mark's video. It's fantastic. It's like 2 hours long, but it's a better use of your time than watching the 11-hour EFAP response to Jenny Nicholson. And the whole video is basically going through EFAP's comments going, this is superficial, this is dumb, this is a dumb, misinterpreting what they're saying. It was the same thing with Psy in my video. She was just going through it, like, going for the easy, I don't want to say stupid, but, like, not intelligent response. Not well thought out response. Not a counter argument or constructive criticism, just kind of easy, the low seats. And you watch and you go, well, that's not really beneficial. Who's that helping out? I can't learn from it. I can't make a good top conversation. What am I going to say? No, you're wrong for like however long it is. It's like, that's not productive. But Movies with Mark went in and went, okay, here's why EFAP's comments are unproductive, this, that, and the third. It makes sense. It's
100%. It's, don't make a video about somebody just because you don't like them. Make a video about somebody because you don't like their argument.
Exactly. There's tons of people online I can't stand, but I'm not going to make a video response to them because I feel like it's not, what are you going to do, There's tons of people who I just... Yeah. And there's other creators too who I just know are just not good people. Like I don't want to say anything...
Like with my Jello video, for instance, that I'm working on. I like, there's plenty you could say about him as a person, but I'm more interested in looking at his media takes and just how he so blatantly often misrepresents and misunderstands the media he discusses, because he always does that.
Oh yeah, there's a really good stream I did. It's Jazzy Oliver and it's Lady Emily showed up partially through. We were watching just a few different Jello Apocalypse videos, and it's just like going through it. None of us were like personally attacking Jello, I don't think, but like we're just saying, hey, this video is not that great. And I don't know Jello Apocalypse. He could be the sweetest guy in real life.
I will say you only scratched the surface. Unfortunately I followed him for a long time, so I know. But you definitely only scratched the surface there.
I believe it. Yeah. I fully believe it. We're just watching a couple videos on stream. Listen, I don't know the guy, but like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly. Like it's more it's more worth attacking, like, or not even attacking, like deconstructing like different like bad criticisms they give.
And it's more
attacking
productive.
The person is like stupid.
Yeah, and it's more productive too. Like it could be more beneficial.
100%.
Because like here's the thing too. Like you have to keep in mind who's watching the video. Is it just your audience, or could the person you're criticizing watch it? And if they watch it, could they benefit from it? I think I keep that in mind too when I make a response video. Even when I'm harsh, I'm never saying something about someone else I couldn't handle hearing myself. That's my mentality.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I'd rather see someone improve. Ultimately.
Exactly. Like ideally, hell, even someone as horrendously terrible as Lily Orchard, who is a terrible person, who has done absolutely vile things to people. If I knew she improved on some level based on what I had said, that would be a win. Granted, the actual woman would be kicking her off the platform because she's a terrible person. But again, that's the idea. And I never said anything about her I couldn't handle hearing myself. If I was in an equivalence position. So there you go. That's my policy. And so with Psy, it's like she's saying a lot of very mean things, and I'm like, okay, who cares? Does this matter?
I've yeah, I've had similar situations before too. Obviously, I would rather see people improve too. I'm glad we kind of see eye to eye on that, honestly, because that's the kind of mindset I go in with it as well.
100%. There was a while back I did a response stream to some small channel. They had done a video on me. This was back, I think, like a year ago, and I regret doing it because it was and not that I'm not going to private the stream. You can watch it yourself, and I don't regret what I said on the stream, but I know that it definitely upset the person involved with it. I know that it definitely bothered them, and I felt bad about that because that was a much smaller channel at the time. I think it was like only like 70,000 subs, something like that, and the stream didn't get a ton of views. But like I know it, like the back and forth gave them like an anxiety attack or whatever. Even though they were saying some vile stuff about me, I'm like, was it really worth responding to it if it caused the person mental distress? Well, I'm just annoyed by it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm annoyed with what you're doing, but
yeah.
You're actually upset. That's not worth it. No, it was not the Star Wars guy. No, Honeycutt, I don't regret making a video about. He deserved to be criticized. No, this is a different channel, a much smaller one. This is like over a year or two ago, I think.
Wait, was this the Honeycutt? Was that the person that deleted their channel or something?
Temporarily. He privated all of his videos and then unprivated them like within a couple hours. It was a real cry-bully tactic.
Okay, I think I vaguely remember this one. This is the guy who talked about Fantasia 2000 at one point, right? Or something?
I don't know for sure if it was Fantasia 2000. He was obsessed with Star Wars. That was a big one. I don't regret.
Okay, because I remember you doing a stream on this. I don't remember the whole thing though, admittedly.
Yeah, I don't regret covering him. He did some awful. He did a targeted harassment.
Not Templar Shan. Templar. That was a waste of time.
No, it was. Let me tell you exactly who it was. Actually, let me go through the channel real quick. It was a while back. Oh, it was a while back. I was responding to criticism. It was. Yes, that was the no, it wasn't that. It was older.
The Templar one was annoying too, though, because like you were also trying to help him out, understand, but he just kept talking over you. It was so frustrating.
Yeah, that was entirely useless, I felt. It was before my Shad one, even. Okay, this was a while back. Okay, how far ago? There's my Jello Apocalypse video with Jazzy and Lady Emily.
You looked at his Ghibli takes. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was bad.
Yeah.
That was rough. I don't even know where it was. Where was the... It was a while ago, I think.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know where it was.
You'll also hear his take on Cowboy Bebop in my video, and I'm curious to hear.
I feel concerned if that's a bad thing to start with in terms of how you describe that. I don't remember when it was. Okay, yeah. I can't remember where it was. There you go. Couldn't even find it for you. Sorry about that. It was a while ago, though. I remember that.
That's all good.
It was definitely after. Yeah, okay. I have no idea when it was. Shit. Because there's my KinoFlex one. That was I thought a fair response to feedback. Yeah, I remember where it was. Okay. That was a while ago then. Huh. Well, it's not important to find. It's not really relevant. But it was right here. A year ago. This one right here. It was only 5,000 views. It was like it was ages ago. So like 2 Septembers ago, basically. It was around the same time Sparkling Zero came out. Yeah. Anyway, not important, but that was just a little aside. I don't like that stream. It's not really good. I don't think that was a good example of my abilities as a streamer to go after like a critic. But anyway, that was about almost 2 years ago now. But on a
interesting.
Anyways, a lot of super chats we have to get through. So let me just start playing them again. 1 second.
At Eustace Giwo super chatted $5. Immoral grifters turning on each other when the chips are down. Oh, who could have ever seen eyes that coming?
Yep.
Thinking face channels Gary Oldman * EV very one.
Everyone. Yeah, basically.
At Mark M1575 super chatted $5. Sup my fellow nerds. I'm back from my volunteer work. What did I miss?
Cuckoldry, most likely.
At David Leonard 272 super chatted $5. Is she the same person who thought K-pop Demon Hunter was promoting Gnosticism?
Possibly. I'm sure a few people probably said that one.
At Mark M1575 super chatted $5. That grifter money cannot be worth the loss of self-respect and integrity.
It's not. It's never worth that. You can never get that back either.
At Cassie Hoge 1677 super chatted 96 cents. Alexa play Leopards Ate My Face by Francesca Ramsey. Also love the new assets. The sky theme is lovely.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to try getting the an asset like that for the sub as well. I think we have it already gotten. Oh, so thank you so much for 14 months there, Scorpion. Worst I can hear from MBM is sounding like Sargon. Oh, God. Sorry about that.
At user underscore
You don't sound like Sargon, I
225
think, but still,
underscore
that's the worst one.
CCC super chatted $1.99. Have you ever read House of Leaves?
Yes.
I'm reading now.
House of Leaves is fantastic. It's a journey. It's a real
At
journey.
WC Wit super chatted $5. Kinksters are either the commiest commies you'll ever meet or Fashy the Clown, with little in between.
Yeah, I like one of them more than the other. I'll let you guess which one I prefer.
At user underscore 225 underscore CCC super chatted $1.99. Go over the quarterings basement floor pee clip.
I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. I don't have the strength to watch him pee himself in the basement. I know. Fake fan. I don't know if I can handle that one. Anyway.
Good God.
Oh my goodness. I don't know if I can handle that one. That's a rough one. Okay, let's check out. Let's do one more thing before we close off today. Let's take a look at the Warner Brothers panel at CinemaCon. It should have ended by now, and the write-up should be done. Let's refresh the page. Oh, okay. Hang on. We have some announcements from the convention, starting with Lord of the Rings: The Hunt for Gollum teaser shows Gollum keeping his story secret in the reveal of Jamie Dornan as Strider. Wait, Strider is Aragorn.
Yeah, they. I saw the news that they were recasting because this takes place when Gollum disappears. Hence the title.
Yeah. Okay.
Viggo Mortensen is now far too old to play that role.
That's true. They're not going to de-age him. Okay, that's fair, I guess. That's probably fair.
So I don't think any of the original cast are coming back, apart from obviously Andy Serkis, Ian McKellen, and Elijah Wood.
There's actually more of the old cast than expected, but not who you expect. So Andy Serkis is back as Gollum / Smeagol. Ian McKellen's Gandalf.
I forgot
Kate
this movie.
Winslet
That
is
movie comes
Marigold.
out this year.
At
It's
user
Marigold.
underscore 225 underscore CCC super chatted $1.99. And would you kiss Lorchard for 1,000?
No. 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 God, no. 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 No, 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 no. No, 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 no. 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 No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, no, no. 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 Not even then. Not without no. Not even if you gave me no. 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 I would not care for that at all, actually. I'll say that right now. So Kate Winslet's in it. Leah Woodall. Lee Pace is back as Thranduil.
I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense. I'm down with Lee Pace showing up. And Elijah Wood is Frodo Baggins. At least,
I did see all 3 films earlier this year when they were showing all the extended editions in theaters. Super cool to re-experience those.
Lord of the Rings, the extended cuts of the greatest fucking movies ever, I think, in my opinion. They're up there for me.
100%.
Although
100%. I will always go with the extended editions.
Always. For me personally, though my favorite duology is The Godfather, but Lord of the Rings is, I think, the second best in terms of series for me. Although that being said, Godfather 3 is a way farther fall off than... Actually, what would be a worse fall off? Godfather 3 or the Hobbit trilogy?
Oh man, okay,
that's a tough one. They're very different fall offs.
Yeah, because one is coming after what I would consider the greatest film trilogy ever, and then that.
At user underscore 225 underscore CCC super chatted $1.99. What should I know before reading Whalestow letters?
Just go in blind. Okay, so chat, let me know. What do you think's worse? What's the bigger fall off? Godfather 3 or the Hobbit trilogy? I'm actually,
that is a very good poll.
I'm not gonna lie. I might go with the Hobbit trilogy on this one.
Same.
Yeah. Even though they are both big fall offs, I think the Hobbit trilogy is the bigger fall off because at least Godfather 3 has Defenders. And there is that good coda that is a decent re-edit of Godfather Part 3.
Well, I was just going to say, you've got that, but could you cut a decent film out of the 3 Hobbit films, do you think?
You could. You'd have to just edit them.
Well, they have. There's like that extended Hobbit cut that's online. That's way better than watching the full thing for sure, at the very least.
Yeah, it adds the 3 films down to 4 hours, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Wave has a good point, though.
At the Waverner super chatted $2. But what if you factor in Godfather IV, Megalopolis?
Yeah, no, that's a good argument. That's a good argument. Megalopolis brings it up a little bit.
But I think
at Manic Preacher,
I mean, for me,
1566 super chatted $2.65. Godfather 3 helicopter hit is trash but funny.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. That is pretty funny.
At Tall King Movie Bubbles B6N super chatted $4.99. Last question. Any good Yuri anime recommendations?
No, always. Maria Samagami 2 is another good one.
At Mark M1575
Witch from Mercury,
super chatted
Gundam.
$2. The true peak trilogy is Toy Story.
Yeah,
that's a close second for me.
That's also up there. That's another great trilogy. Yeah, almost perfect. Well, also the Vengeance trilogy is really good. If you want to go for another trilogy, it's fantastic. The Vengeance trilogy is fantastic. And a lot of people go with the Before trilogy, Before Sunset, all that one. That's really good too, but very different. I feel the Before trilogy is very different. And I saw some mention in chat. You can't go wrong with the Evil Dead trilogy. That's a great trilogy.
That is true.
In fact, those are good ones too.
In fact, Evil Dead has never made a bad movie. The worst Evil Dead movie is still excellent. Like, all of them are great.
True. They have a pretty good track record, actually. Yeah.
Evil Dead Burns comes out this summer. No trailer yet, as far as I know. Maybe it came out with CinemaCon. I don't know.
I did want to say that with like Hobbit, even with Megaopolis factored in, I honestly still think I'd say Hobbit is a bigger fall off, just because like you're talking like a perfect trilogy, and then you're going to 3 movies like afterward that are all just terrible.
Yeah,
I mean not terrible, but like just such a huge fall off. And then
Chad agrees too. By the way, Chad agrees. Hobbit wins with 60% over Godfather.
Oh
Part
wow!
3. I can't blame Chat wins. I'm with you on Chat. The Hobbit movies are just disappointing. I think the first Hobbit movie is all right, but they get progressively worse as you go. I think
definitely.
Yeah, and I actually did the thing where I watched all the Lord of the Rings Middle Earth movies back to back, and like Hobbit is. I think Hobbit's worse than
At
Rings of Power.
9963 super chatted $4.
I would agree with that actually. Yeah.
Had the unfortunate fate of having the Hobbit movie be my first exposure to Lodar. Didn't watch the Og trilogy until last year. A lot better.
My spouse was the same way. She hadn't seen any of the Lord of the Rings stuff, and we watched the Hobbit movies that they came out, and she liked them, but then she saw Lord of the Rings, and they're just, by comparison, much better.
At user underscore 225 underscore CCC super chatted $1.99. Backrooms was inspired by House of Leaves.
I'd be shocked if it wasn't. It's the great example of a cosmic horror location. It's so deeply
At Mike Manhattan 93 super chatted $2. Thoughts on Criminal by Brubaker and Phillips.
Ooh. None off the top of my head. I don't have too many thoughts on that one. Sorry about that. Sorry, I'm not as interesting with that one. Wave, you're a unique case, though.
At the Wave Runner super chatted $2. I saw Netflix Death Note before the anime.
Wave, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that at all, actually, Wave. You've told me this before, too, and I still don't know how I feel about that. Anyway. Mortal Kombat 2 clip shows Johnny Cage facing off against Baraka. Okay. Some Supergirl footage was shown. I'm not going to go into that too much in detail because it's going to come shortly up. Supergirl directly. Okay, Supergirl director and stars discuss upcoming DC Studios film. Okay. They all appeared on stage to discuss the movie. Our characters would visit 6 separate planets, and Alcock had to learn 5 languages to do all she needed. There's no real crypto on set, sold digital. Okay, a lot of mimery.
At WC Wit super chatted $5. LOTR is as pure passionate filmmaking as a project of that scale can be, and the Hobbit trilogy was pure cynical studio BS killing that passion.
I wish Guillermo del Toro got his Hobbit movies. I really do. It would have been much better.
Yeah.
At Scorpion 104 super chatted $5. Fellowship of the Ring was my first PG-13 film I saw in theaters thanks to the Burger King promo. Certainly was overwhelming but neat as a kid.
What was my first PG-13 movie? Maybe it was
at JessISD3 ad 12 super chatted.
I think mine was Revenge of the Sith.
Saw Better
actually,
Call Saul before Breaking Bad.
Better Call Saul before Breaking Bad. That's an experience, certainly. I'm trying to think. It wouldn't have been. I definitely saw Spider-Man in theaters. That was PG-13. I think that was before Lord of the Rings. But I feel like I saw something before that was PG-13.
Well, I mean, Lord of the Rings, like, there's, like, the first one came out in 2001. Spider-Man came out in 2002.
Oh, it was 2002? Okay, I guess you're right. But I saw something before that. There was definitely at least one PG-13 movie I saw before that, but I'm not remembering what it was. I remember liking it.
Maybe, would it be Titanic? Was Titanic
No,
PG-13?
It was PG-13, but I didn't see it in theaters.
Okay.
It was something weird. It wasn't like a movie you'd think I'd watch. It was like one of those like
interesting
odd movies that you saw advertised when you were a kid, and you beg your parents to see it, and it's like mid. Because you see a lot of movies back in the day. It's gonna bug me now. What was the movie I saw? I begged my parents to make me watch it too. I feel like. Oh no, I know what it was. It was Lost World. There we go. Oh yeah, of course.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was Lost World. There we go. Anyway, yeah, that was a big event for me.
At user_225_CCC super chatted $1.99. The Old Republic trailers are peak Star Wars.
I hear you there. I don't disagree with you on that one. Actually, so here's one. Momoa was then asked if Lobo and Aquaman were in a fight. He said they'd probably just have 100 beers together. Yeah, that'd be fun. I would watch that. That tracks. More interesting. Sorry?
I was just going to say one thing in that story that I think I've seen come up a few times in certain spaces is this idea that it's horrible for actors to react on set when there's nothing there, and they all go back to the quote of, funny enough, Ian McKellen in The Hobbit.
Yep.
And I think you have to understand the difference if you want to. Super chat.
At Eshan especially 04181 super chatted $5. I saw Young Frankenstein before read the book or see the movie.
You know what though? That's not too uncommon of an experience. I feel.
Yeah,
especially for people of a certain age. I think I forget what I saw first, whether it was the original James Whale's Frankenstein or Young Frankenstein. I forget because I saw both at a young age, but I don't know which one I saw first.
I think you get more of the jokes in Young Frankenstein if you've seen Frankenstein and Bride of. I think you understand more of the jokes, but it's still enjoyable.
But you get a lot more jokes once you see Son of Frankenstein. Once you see that one, I feel that one more than any other of the Frankenstein films. There's so many hidden Son of Frankenstein jokes in that movie that you just wouldn't get unless you saw that one. And it's the least watched of those three, so it's interesting. Like multiple characters are taken directly from even the character Igor comes from Son of Frankenstein. Yeah. It's crazy how much of that film influenced Young Frankenstein. But definitely those original three films, the Karloff Frankenstein films, are essential viewing to watch Young Frankenstein to get all the subtle jokes.
But just to finish what I was saying about that,
definitely go.
Anyone that references that is probably trying to convince you of something that's not true, because what Ian McKellen was saying was he didn't like that as an experience of acting against nobody in that setting, particularly because what he'd been through on Lord of the Rings was completely different, and that made him sad. But Ian McKellen is also a veteran of stage, and so he is used to acting at things that are not really there. I mean, So when they say, "Oh, films these days where there's nothing there for actors to react to, it's horrible for them. It's hard to do." Not if they've got any theatre experience, really, because they all will have done it in the theatre.
And the thing also with Ian McKellen was that he also wasn't reacting to people. That's the thing too.
Yeah.
Like reacting, like imagining there's a dog on stage. That's one thing. You know, imagining Crypto's there. That's one thing. Ian McKellen wasn't with anyone. He was alone on set, which is a completely different experience than even like the Marvel guys or the Star Wars guys did with the green screen sets, because they were at least with other human beings or with Frank Oz doing the voice of Yoda on set. You know, whatever it is, you know? Like it was so much worse for Ian McKellen because he's just alone on a set. And he's supposed to be interacting with like 12 dwarves or whatever, you know, and Martin Freeman. Actually, maybe not being with Martin Freeman's a good thing. I don't know. I heard people don't like Martin Freeman when they act with him. I've heard not great things with Martin Freeman on sets, but like still, I mean, I digress. Yes, Sin City did perfectly, but Sin City is very unique. And a lot of that was just mugging for the camera as like the voiceover came over on screen, you know. Okay. This is what I'm more interested in seeing right here. Clayface. Some Clayface footage.
Really curious about this.
Oh, yeah. So some Clayface footage was shown. And apparently...
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Yeah. So apparently Peter Safran called the film a riveting horror thriller. The clip shows a man with extensive face bandages in a hospital bed. It appears something horrible has happened to his face. It then cuts to weird experimental stuff and injections being done to him. And we learn the tagline, "Look fear in the face." The man then smashes a mirror with his fist, and then he appears as a normal guy in a bathtub who wipes his hand over his face. However, when he does so, his face completely smears like clay, removing his features. And it'll be out in theaters October 23rd, which is going to make a good wedding anniversary video for me, I guess. That'd be fun. I'm excited. That looks like... I'm excited for Clayface.
Yeah, I think I love 80s body horror films like Society. Most of what Cronenberg was doing at the time, and I think this is going to be a real treat.
This gives me such Cronenberg. What I'm thinking of especially is Videodrome vibes. Videodrome crossed with like The Brood. The Brood is another movie I don't think a lot of people who are like under the age of 30 have seen. Noah, have you ever seen The Brood?
I actually haven't, no.
You have not? Oh, The Brood's excellent. It's classic Cronenberg. Like it was right when he started transitioning from movies that were more like rabid that implied a lot of body horror to just showing some fucked up shit. Like it's a woman. I don't want to say too much, but like it's a divorce.
There's probably a twist to it, right? That I don't want to know about.
It's one of those things where, unfortunately, most people who talk about The Brood spoil the twist because it's just so accepted. It's
okay. Well, I'm glad I don't know then. Okay, yeah. Don't tell me anything. I might go watch this right after the stream, honestly.
Yeah, it's easy to find. It's only 85 minutes long. It's pretty short.
Yeah, I think it's
I'll rent that on Fandango after stream then and watch it.
You might not even
I'll just put my review on my letterbox.
It might be on a streaming service. It's an excellent movie.
I'm sure I've seen it on a streaming service.
Oh yeah, it's usually on something. I'm trying to think of how to explain it without spoiling anything. It's a divorce movie, basically. It's a movie about.
Okay.
Yeah, and it just takes the.
Oh, it's on Tubi. Perfect.
Oh, okay. Excellent. Yeah, like I thought, it's pretty easy to find. And it's essentially a movie that's focused on externalizing. I think actually Cronenberg was going through a divorce, I think, when making it, and he channeled his feelings into the film, and it externalizes, and in a very literal sense, externalizes the feelings people feel when going through a breakup like that. Very violently.
I don't know if you've ever listened to Joe Dante's podcast, The Movies That Made Me. His co-host Josh Olson says it's a better divorce movie than Kramer versus Kramer.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, 100%. I never liked Kramer versus Kramer, but I love The Brood. Like, The Brood is upsetting, but like in a way where you enjoy it, in a sick kind of way. And there's a sequence in the very end, you'll know what it is when you see it, that is just so grotesque and so gruesome that you know this is where Cronenberg, it's the scene where you realize this is what Cronenberg wanted to do for the rest of his career after doing.
Weirdly, those two films came out in the same year. They were both 79.
Oh, wow.
And
That makes sense. That makes
one,
sense.
One is more highly regarded.
Oh, yeah. The Brood should be way better regarded. And of course, it's one of the movies with Oliver Reed being a freaking weird little guy. Because he's always playing... Like, there was a period of time where Oliver Reed just played weird people in, like, bizarre movies. Like, The Devils, The Brood. But he brings like, this British classiness to it where he's, like, so, like, you know, stiff upper lip. But he's so fucking weird in those movies. Anyway... So the Clayface looks exciting. Man of Tomorrow is almost a Man of Steel is filming next week. That's gonna be exciting. Tom Cruise and Alejandro Inarritu discuss Digger, a name I'm sure someone's going to mispronounce horribly, and reveal footage at CinemaCon. So Tom Cruise at hand discuss the movie. Okay, I don't know this movie. Let's take a look. The clip we saw began with shots of a mansion with Cruise, who's looking old and heavyset. Oh, that's going to be an interesting one. Holding a cat. As the song Burning Down the House plays, we learn his cat is going to die and he's upset. He was told he has 2 weeks and 5 minutes left to live. He then, in a southern accent, walks around his pajamas and tells a story about his grandpa when he is contacted by a guy with a drilling site. He was told about the environmental damage causing water to bubble up and endanger structural integrity, but he doesn't want to shut it down. I'm paying for everything, Digger screams and curses. You say the effing word and it's done. John Goodman, who is playing someone in charge, asked how this got by him, meaning how he caused millions of displaced people and how enough nuclear waste. Goodman says, Digger here got us into this mess and Digger's going to dig us out of it again. We see Digger talking about a shovel his grandfather got in 1917, and Riz Ahmed yells at him, "You knew before all of us," to which responds, "Panic wakes people up." Digger and Goodman then are seen on military planes dropping bombs onto ice. And the last shot is Digger bathing his cat. I don't know how I feel about this movie. This sounds fascinating. This sounds really weird. But you got Tom Cruise in like body changing appearances. You got John Goodman. You got Riz Ahmed.
Let's not overlook Tom Cruise doing an accent, which he doesn't do very often.
Not very often, no. But the last time Tom Cruise was under like heavy makeup and not looking like Tom Cruise, was Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, that's the first picture that came into my head, and I've got to imagine it's not that.
Oh yeah, because he was a parody of one Hollywood dude. Blanking on his name. Guy.
Lev Grossman.
Exactly. Like the guy, just everybody hated, basically in Hollywood.
Oh yeah, no, there's a few people like that. Okay, so here's what I'm excited for: Evil Dead Burn, which I'm assuming is going to have like footage coming out along with the Mummy movie coming out next week or this week, I think it is. An early look at Evil Dead Burns opens the woman discussing opening a dishwasher. Someone walks in and says, "Alice, what's wrong?" A man and woman walk in. There's a knock at the door. Cuts to a POV shot of the woods. And then someone opens the door, walking slowly and making weird noises. We only see her hands, and then we see a seat back with the bottom of it sticking through her head. Oh, great. Cut to footage of a funeral. Hear guy say, "My grandfather believed the dead would return if you read from the Book of the Dead." Evil Dead incantations we heard, and then some fingers are chopped off from a door slamming. Get some footage of a power saw, a giant wolf leaping at someone. Okay, a girl drinking hot candle wax like a shot, and we are back to the woman with the seat back in her head. She yanks it out and walks towards the guy within the house, and then falls into some utensils on the open dishwasher. Okay, so it looks like it's gruesome. Fun times. Fun times there. I'm excited for Evil Dead.
Always disappointed to see Saw mentioned in an Evil Dead film and the word before it not being chain.
Yeah, right? Needs some chainsaw. I'm very upset by that, but I'm okay with that. Okay, so we have a sizzle reel right here.
Oh no.
We're getting Minecraft movie 2. So we see M. Night Shyamalan talking about Remain, his first ghost picture since Sixth Sense. We see Margot Robbie as Danny's mom in the Ocean's 11 prequel that's set in 1962. Melissa McCarthy shows up as Margie Claus and hopes to save Christmas. And Man of Tomorrow's discussion. Keanu Reeves on the set of Shiver. A shark movie by Tim Miller. And Sam Raimi promised that Evil Dead Wrath, which is the next Evil Dead after Evil Dead Burn, will be the most terrifying experience. And they show footage of someone cutting off their arm and puking up weird blue liquid. So it's an Evil Dead movie. The Warner Brothers head also apologizes for the chicken jockey mess. Love it. Also, a new label, Warner Brothers Clockwork. The orange logo feels like they're leaning on Kubrick ties. The first film of this new division will be Sean Baker's TMO. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So, new Warner Brothers label. A lot of footage. Were there any updates since we loaded, or was Lord of the Rings the last one they did? Okay. Lord of the Rings looks like it. Looks like that's it. Okay. So, CinemaCon looks like it's doing a lot. I'm generally excited. Of those projects, though, Clayface is the one I'm most excited for. Like, I know everyone's talking about Gollum and all that. No Dune mentioned, though. That's interesting. I guess Dune is... Oh, Dune 3 was the last thing? Okay, well, Dune 3 is coming out. We already have a trailer for that. That's fair. I think Dune is the one I'm the most excited for, but we'll see. And tomorrow, I believe, is Disney's presentation, which means we'll probably get Avengers Doomsday stuff. Yeah, which, you know, it's Doomsday. You know what you're going to get. You kind of know what you're expecting with superhero stuff in general. Like, Clayface, I'm intrigued by because it's horror. Evil Dead, I'm intrigued by because it's horror. You know, it's very distinct and different.
I keep forgetting Clayface is coming out this year, but I remember when that project was announced, I was very interested in checking it out for sure.
Oh, yeah. That's the one I'm the most excited for. It's the one I'm really intrigued to see because it is so exciting.
For this year, yeah. Definitely.
Because it's unlike
it's a big swing.
Yeah.
It's a big swing. And
like next year, though, I will say is kind of crazy for movies if you really think about it. Because you got the Zelda movie, you got Avengers Secret Wars, you got Sonic 4, you got Spider-Verse 3, you got the sequel to TMNT Mutant Mayhem.
You got the
Batman. There's so many things coming out next year. Batman Part 2, yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's some big ones coming out next year. But I'm looking forward to Dune 3. That's my big movie this year. I know a lot of people love the Odyssey.
Admittedly, I have no hype for Doomsday.
Yeah, Doomsday, I'm increasingly more intrigued by. I feel like I know what to expect with Doomsday, but Dune 3 is where I'm like the most like eager to see because Dune that has the capability of being my another big trilogy. You know, that could be a perfect trilogy too, if it hits the landing. But I really want to see them adapt Children of Dune. I want to see them continue the God Emperor. I want to see my giant ugly sandworm people. I want my giant weird sandworms. My Duke Leto II. Be fun. But again, we'll see. We'll see. And I want to see them try doing... Anyway, there's a lot of movies I want to see them try doing. But let's get some Super Chats playing real quick. We'll get some final thoughts and everything. Let's let those play real quick.
At Tall King Movie Bubbles B6N super chatted $4.99. Do you feel like Star Giant is a real-life Kane? Because I think Mr. Enter abstracted after he did a live stream reaction of his Pony Life review.
Kane, no. I think Star Giant's just weird.
At Scorpion 104 super chatted $5. Damn, saw the VHS of Lost World and the camp and grass scene made me scared a raptor would enter my bed and eat me.
Oh,
no
Nutty Professor
Fallen
was the other one.
Kingdom
I'm sorry.
did that.
That was the answer. It was Nutty Professor was the first PG-13 movie I think I saw.
At AmeriAsia 3987 super chatted $13.61. Hey Anthony, do you think The Big Short is still relevant today?
Absolutely.
I think it is a great depiction about how incentives warp folk. Capitalism in the film and pretty much every system in society.
Absolutely necessary. I think if we forget history, we're doomed to repeat it, especially when it's recent history.
At user_225_CCC super chatted $1.99. I love how y'all get excited for film unlike grifters.
Yeah, because we want to watch the movies. They don't. They want to make it a product. We want to actually enjoy these.
At user_225_CCC super chatted $1.99. Thoughts on Rick and Morty? It's better with Royland Emo.
I have no strong opinions on Rick and Morty anymore. I just never. I don't know. Hello. Not sure if you're aware of this, but Disney just laid off nearly the entire Marvel studio for no reason, from Avengers to Daredevil. Okay, I want to talk about that too. Actually, it's a big deal. This I have heard
At
about
_Java_698 super chatted $5. I just want to see what Marvel is cooking with Doomsday. Clayface and Evil Dead are on my top at the moment.
Yeah, I'm excited for that too. A lot. Yeah, let's talk about that real quick, because that's actually one last bit of news that's important. All right, before we end the stream, this is important because it's people's businesses and money.
At Ameriasia 3987 super chatted $6.81. By the way, did you watch? They Will Kill You. Fun action and Tarantino influence is visible. Not the best film, but a great start for I think a debut film.
I did not, but it looks really fun. I've heard it was excellent. Go away. I don't care about you celebrity cruises. Go. Cool. So, layoffs.
Oh, yeah, I heard about this.
Massive layoffs for Disney.
This is like today, yeah.
This happened just today, yeah. Let's talk about this real quickly, because this is actually a serious topic.
At WC Wit super chatted $5. Andy Park defined the visual style of basically the entire MCU, and he's been laid off. It's such bullshit.
It's awful. It really is bad.
Someone that the creator of Sam and Max, Steve Purcell, who created the Sam and Max comics and video games for LucasArts, he worked at Disney for a while. Specifically, like he co-directed Brave, and he worked on Cars on the Road for Disney, like the TV series. And he got laid off a few years ago.
Yeah.
During the big layoffs.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's
like
awful.
the creator of Sam and Max got fired from Disney. It's crazy.
No, it's
the guy who saved Toy Story 2 got fired from Disney.
Yeah, businesses don't care about you. It's the most important thing to remember.
Yeah.
A company, you are not bigger than a company. They will so always make sure you have something for yourself. Always. So Diamaro was named Diamaro has laid off 1,000 people at Disney. 1,000 jobs to be eliminated. That's not surprising with a massive takeover. And again, there are a massive number of people employed by Disney. 1,000 is not everyone, but these are the unified marketing structure brought all of Disney's sprawling marketing apparatus into one group. So shifting more resources to strategic priorities, especially given the rapid changes facing the entertainment business. This is pure business. This is pure capitalistic profit.
Yeah,
that's what it is. It's purely just cutting costs to simplify things.
Yeah,
I have nothing positive to say about Disney the corporation. I've always praised Disney the creative enterprise. I think there's a lot that they do correctly. I think that they're doing a lot right. Disney's creative teams. Disney corporate.
Yeah, that's why I like Knights of Guinevere, because that one's good because it recognizes there are creative people that work at Disney, but the corporation itself should be 100% criticized.
100%. That's what it is. It's like they left a skeleton crew left behind at Marvel. I think it's vital to remember that while you can love Disney products, you can love the parks, you can love the animated shows, the movies, do not, under any circumstances, think the company's higher ups are pro art or pro creativity.
Yeah.
Never forget the story about John Katzenberger in The Little Mermaid. John Katzenberg was good.
Jeffrey Katzenberg, right?
I keep saying John Katzenberg. Jeffrey Katzenberg. I'm so sorry.
It's all good.
I keep fucking up his name. It's a J name. Jeffrey Katzenberg saw a screening of Little Mermaid and thought A Whole New World was boring. It was going to put kids to sleep. And he wanted to get rid of the song. He also wanted to fire Howard Ashman, the guy who was responsible for basically making Little Mermaid what it was. Ashman refused, and Katzenberg eventually relented. The film came out. The success of The Little Mermaid has nothing to do with the CEOs, outside of hiring people to do a job. The movie's success has everything to do with the creatives who took an opportunity. And by the way, they were basically shoved into a shack, essentially. almost
because like at that time, like they were trying to move in a more live action direction, like Touchstone and like subsidiaries like that. And like Roy E. Disney, like Walt's nephew, was basically the only one. Like he was trying to keep animation alive, and good on him.
Agreed. If I do one video for Pride Month, it's going to be about Howard Ashman. The man is I've seen
I'd be very interested in seeing that.
Yeah, I've increasingly seen a lot of people online dismissing Howard Ashman's accomplishments. As that great Lindsay Ellis video came out recently talking about, like, did Aladdin rip off The Prince and the Pauper?
That was a really good video. I was glad she gave him the proper praise there. I was really glad to see that.
Not Prince and the Cobbler. I said Prince and the Pauper. Prince and the Cobbler. Different movie.
Thief and the Cobbler. Yeah.
But they rip it off like.
That was an interesting video though, because like it was kind of a full circle moment for her in some ways. You saw her like also denouncing Disney War, which as someone who owns Disney War, like I have a print copy of it, and I have, excuse me, I have the audiobook version of it. I can kind of see where she's coming from to some degree.
Well, the problem is
the way things are worded in there are interesting.
Yeah, well, the problem is aspects of it are inaccurate, but like it's
user underscore
it's hard to really.
In general, it is a good source, I would say. Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
$1.99. I don't see how this doesn't hurt Disney though.
Well, what is Disney?
Well, from what I was reading, this doesn't hurt Disney because all they're going to do is they're going to rehire those members of staff that they fired that they think they'll need as contractors.
Yep.
Rather than salaried staff, which
which is really sleazy. And
a big reason I did want to say with Disney War, a big reason why I would still say it's overall a good source is because the excuse me, sorry.
Oh yeah.
The guy did have inside access to Disney because he was supposed to be writing, Michael Eisner's like biography, basically.
Yeah.
But because of everything he saw inside, it was very easy for him to just write that book.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's very like the Sweatbox, I think, is also a good example of that. Like the Sweatbox was it was all just footage filmed by Sting's wife during the production of The Emperor's New Groove because he was doing the music for that movie.
Exactly.
And his wife filmed everything about the production of that, or during the production of that movie, because they were kind of just recording everything, and they wanted to put it together as a memento or a documentary, I guess. But like, instead of it kind of being like a memento, it sort of ended up being a testament to just how much the executives interfere with the creatives at Disney.
Oh yeah, no, everything Disney's ever done right is because of someone who had to fucking fight to get like their ideas through. Any accomplishment,
100%.
Any accomplishments Disney made is in spite of the corporate structure, not because of it.
The executives always interfere. Have you seen the documentary series on Disney Plus about Frozen 2? Like the making of that?
It's a complete fucking mess. The fact
I
that the movie got
know,
made
it's
is
crazy. Like
the fact that we got made at all is an accomplishment. Let alone like in a form that's like somewhat decent. I actually don't like. I don't dislike Frozen 2 all that much. I think a lot of people like are a little harsher on it than it needs to be. But the fact the film even has a cohesive like structure at all is stunning.
When you know what went on behind the scenes, it's crazy.
Yeah, seriously. And like you look at like a lot of the stuff with Marvel right now. Last couple of years. Those issues are because of the corporate Disney structure, forcing Marvel Studios to pump out more material.
100%.
Yeah.
And it's also interesting with
it's all good.
At Mike Man had a 93 super chatted $5. It's BS like this that made me drop Marvel and DC Comics and support Dark Horse, Image, and other creator-owned comics full on 4 years now.
Yeah, the indie comics are essential, and those creators are putting a lot of work in.
At Eustace Giwo super chatted $2. Disney still clinging to their AI delusion face with symbols on mouth.
That's going to backfire on them horribly, I think, but we'll see how that goes.
Yes, it will.
It's not going to go
the bubble
well.
pops. People
don't like
100%.
AI. They just don't. People like AI less than they like ice. Consider that. They like ice more than AI.
Yeah.
That's shocking. And I say it's too popular.
WC with super chatted $2.
Yeah.
Disney Plus ruined Disney, plain and simple.
I think the pursuit of streaming ruined movies in general, not just Disney Plus in particular. That was a big thing. I think streaming has diluted a lot of the focus on a lot of products and made a lot of things cheaper. But it also brought some good projects forward. But Disney didn't promote the good stuff enough, and they wanted to pump too much out at once. That's the other thing too.
I did also want to ask, Ann, have you read Creativity Inc., like the book by Ed Catmull
I have
about
not.
Pixar and all?
I know of it, but I've never read it yet. It's on my list.
It's really good. Yeah, definitely. I recommend it. But it's also interesting because when you look at, they eventually merged with Disney, and a lot of their creative staff ended up overseeing stuff at Disney Animation. And like one of the things that Pixar had going for them that actually made their movies good for a long time was they would have this thing called the Brain Trust, where basically, anytime they had an idea, they would go around with people like Brad Bird, Ed Catmull, a lot of the top creative people at Pixar, and would reshape that idea consistently in just even aspects of the movies. Like when Brad Bird originally was working on The Incredibles, he, like during the argument scene with Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl, like when they're arguing over their kids, there was originally Bob was going to look like he actually looked too intimidating in that argument. So what they did, they had to go to Brad Bird and be like, hey, you got to change something for that. So that's why in that argument, I'll continue after this.
@user_225_CCC super chatted $4.99. Crazily, Rockstar is one of the best with artistic agency. The CEO said in response to AI, his job is to hire the best people and stay out of their way.
Well, to an extent with Rockstar. Don't forget, Rockstar has their problems too. But they're better about AI than Disney is currently.
Yes,
but I wouldn't. Don't give Rockstar too much credit. They have a history of fucking things up for their creatives too, like all the history of their
100%.
Yeah, look at the release of the remade Grand Theft Auto trilogy. That was a whole mess.
Oh no! Yeah. Well, yeah.
But I see one question in the comments I think we should address too. What do we think about Disney's new CEO? I'm going to say this right now.
It's too early for me right now. It's too early to say.
I agree. I'm with you on that one, Noah. I think one thing, though, I will say, I think he'll be better for the parks than the films. He's a park.
That I agree with.
Yeah.
That I agree with. Yeah.
He has a proven track record for the parks. I don't know what his track record is for the film. Hopefully, he lets the guys in charge of those divisions do their jobs. That's what I hope. I hope he stays out of their way. So they can do what they need to get done. Because again,
although the parks are struggling with the current administration as well, because there's so fewer tourists come into the States from overseas.
Yep.
So.
100% agree with that one. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
The
less executives interfering with the creatives, the better at that point.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the international situation is not helping parks.
No.
But what he has to do is keep a stable park until the situation changes. That's the smart thing to do.
Yeah.
Keep it going, build for that eventual pendulum swing, and then things will be better. Because eventually things do change. Things do get better. And every CEO can know that if you have enough capital to prep for those times, then do so. But again, the problem is the individual worker I care about more than the fucking CEO. You know what I mean? Like I care more about the guy in doing the work as opposed to the guy on the top.
@Scorpion104 super chatted $5. I only use AI to find and streamline info I need. Creative stuff I stick with myself.
Well, as long as you realize that all digital tools are tools and not the crutch to depend on for your output, that's one thing. I can't speak to the specific ways you use AI to synthesize information. I always recommend checking your sources thoroughly. But again, that's one thing. It's a good way to find information quickly. But then again, Google used to do that on your own without using AI. But I don't know. It's a whole complicated thing. There's a lot of there are practical uses for AI technology or LLMs, but like I don't know. I think that they're very niche needs and not. I'm not a big fan of it.
Yeah. To be honest, I think the good reasons to use AI are not the ones that make money.
@user_225_CCC super chatted $1.99. Ant, do you like this hot weather? NYC Summer Baby.
I hate it. I hate the heat. I love it when it's cold. I love wearing sweaters. I love it when it's like 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10 degrees. That's my go-to. Personally, for me, 60 to 40 degrees is the best temperature. My spouse is not that, though. She prefers it boiling hot. She prefers like tropical weather. So we're a little opposed on that front. But yeah, no,
that's fair.
I think now's a good time to wrap things up. I think we've yapped enough. Where can people find you two? What are you working on?
You can find me at Nothing But Media on YouTube, where I'm currently working my way through reviewing every episode of the Rockford Files. I do have some other scripts in the works, but they may be some time because I keep going back to them, re-editing them.
All right.
But yeah, that's
At
where you
Irene
can find
Aqua
me.
Blue super chatted $10. Will you be going to see TADC in the theater? I think it'll do well. I just worry parents will take their kids to see it, or people won't have seen previous episodes and won't understand it.
What they should do is like a Fathom event for the whole show. Just binge the whole show going into it, I think. That'd be the best option. That might take a while, I'm not sure. But still. I might. I'm not sure yet. It might be... The problem is with a kid, you have to be very selective with what you choose to see. I might do that, though.
Fair. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one issue. It's a Fathom event. Yeah, it does get a little restrictive sometimes with a kid. All right, Noah, where can they find you? What are you working on?
You can find me on my YouTube channel, Utterly Noah. Currently working on a bigger video about, like I said before, 2 bigger videos about Rev Says Desu, Jello Apocalypse, and you'll see Anthony and Waz, which is great.
Once I film my segments for it. I'm very sorry for the delay on that one.
No, you're all good. Definitely, yeah. I'm glad to include you in it. After that, I don't know. I'll probably just be talking about, maybe I'll talk about the Moana remake when that comes out. Looks like a mess, for sure.
I always find it's easier to do like smaller projects after a big one. Like after the Shadiversity one, I just covered a bunch of smaller topics, and I was like, okay, let me.
That's why, because I'm doing 2 bigger projects. So like after that, I'm just gonna take it easy. It's been a lot with these 2.
Give yourself a month of lighter work. It might not get as many views, but you'll mentally recover, and it's better for the long term.
No, 100%. It's worth it.
Yeah, no. It's just essential. Anyway, so thank you both so much for stopping by. I do want to tell you, though, about my project, though, for Friday, if we're doing a show and tell. Because at long last, something I've been having in the works for a very long time is finally, out of copyright strike hell. This Friday is a project I'm sure almost half of you won't watch, because I'm sure it's a very niche topic, but I felt very strongly about it, and I dragged in Crimes New Roman and Andrew Blewett to watch it with me. We are watching fucking Zardoz. It is the Zardoz episode, a video that I'm sure will do terribly. But fuck it. I want to talk about Zardoz. Oh, what's up, Phineas?
Hey, how's it going here?
What? Yeah, we're about to wrap up.
Hey.
We're just talking about Zardoz.
Fair. What's Zardoz?
Zardoz. Okay, Phineas, I'm still streaming my to you in Discord, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just going to show you one clip from Zardoz.
I see your little guy.
Okay, let me just show you a clip from Zardoz real quick.
At Ameriasia 3,987 super chatted $6.81.
Well, it shows the desktop.
SC4
it should
now.
show
What
the
do you
desktop.
think of One Book Others and other creators who aren't one-hit wonders but only created a single project in the first place?
I think that they have a lot of potential, but like it's a shame they didn't make more. Here we go.
The gun is good. The gun is good. The penis is evil.
Greatest movie of all time. Greatest movie of all time.
Is the movie just called Zardoz?
It's called Zardoz. Yep. Zardoz. The gun is good. And this movie was made on drugs in Ireland, and a massive chunk of its budget went to just having Sean Connery show up in drag.
Fair enough.
Yeah, well, you would have to pay me a lot to appear in that red nappy as well, to be perfectly honest. But,
God, yeah, his costumes are fast. The movie is maybe amazing. It might be one of the greatest films of all time that says maybe it's a good thing humanity will go extinct. And everyone will die. It's like, maybe it's good we're going. That's the ethics of the film.
Yeah.
It is a beautiful work of art. I am so happy to finally have a video about it. It won't
Looking
do
forward to
great.
seeing that.
Yeah, it's not going to do great. I can guarantee you right now. But I don't care. I just enjoy Zardoz, and we're going to talk about it. That's the thing also about grifters that are different. I know not all my projects will do great. I don't care. It's fun. I'm going to do it anyway.
Same. Like, I know there's plenty of videos that I do, you know, that don't do as well as others, but I do them just because I enjoy doing it. I like talking about what I like to talk about.
Exactly. You got to follow your passion, and hopefully, if you're enthusiastic, your audience can follow with your enthusiasm. So thank you once again.
Exactly.
So, Phineas, where can people find you since you popped up a few times?
The one and only Phineas. That is all. Thank you.
There we go. All right.
On YouTube.
Awesome.
Thank you everyone so much for watching. Next week, by the way, is also I might stream on Monday. I am debating, since we hit our stream goal, I think just about. Oh, we just surpassed it. I may do something I was thinking about doing for a while now. There are certain movies you can just show entirely on stream, right? Because they're public domain.
Yeah.
What day is next Monday? What's the date?
420.
One of the movies in public domain is a PSA from the 1930s called Reefer Madness. Maybe we'll just watch the entire movie live on Monday, April 20th, for no reason at all, no particular reason whatsoever. Because why not? It's public domain. What are they going to do? Copyright it? It's public domain. It's too freaking late for that. No, not the colorized version. Black and white only, of course. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Look forward to that. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.